Yeah, yeah. Why is this thing? Chatterino. That's the thing I need. When is daylight savings for you? You being this late means I can't hang out and I miss bits. Oh, and I guess I miss you too. Earlier. Wait, what the fuck? It would appear I can't speak. Let me restart. Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard you say anything, Icy Fire. Icy Fire. Hi, Smile. Hi, Air. Hi, Yuki. You guys gotta see this. This is like, what the fuck? Where's my mouse? Alright, I'm putting this in general. That's crazy. Hi, Trogdor. Good night, walking femboy. Sleep well. Hi, Kodiak. Howdy. Oh. Hi, Feet Shan. Hi, Zuby. Look at this guy sticking out his ass. Of course, obviously, sex sells. And I almost followed that up with, and I have so much sex, guys. Let's start fucking stretching. Lurk. Yuki is now lurking. Oh, I forgot to... Good one. Hello, Butland. Hi, Techno Rave. I forgot to open streams. Hi, Joe. So I can, like, collect channel points while people are while I'm walking. Oh, well. Hi, Global. Butland late? Look at the general channel. I'm literally not late, although the timestamps are fucky-wucky. What I am seeing is you are trying to cheat and pretend to be on time, but stream doesn't lie, you were late. It's not even a matter of being late. I was on time or early. Because it shows stream is live at 9, and it shows 2 messages from you guys at 8:59. You have no gasm emote? I don't. I really should get one. I don't know why. I said I was going to get emotes like 2 months ago, and then I just haven't. Sir, it's 7. CST. Hi, Aired Paragon. Have comfy lurk, Yuki? Yeah, I need a gasm emote. I need a head pat emote. What are some other emotes that I want? I kind of want like a suffer emote. Hi, North Prince. Cat do this. Was here since the first 24 seconds of stream. Hi, Logitech. I need a hug emote. Yon does have a gasm emote. That is not a gasm emote. Butt emote. I'm hesitant to get a butt emote because they were removed at one point. I'm like, I don't want to like get in trouble for this. Who does your emotes anyhow? Maple Draws. She does my emotes. They should be tagged in the emotes. I think if you like mouse over them or click them, it should give that info. It's supposed to. Or different artists. It has all been Maple Draws. Paper Talisman did the foot emote. And then the wiggle emote, that was Spacefish. You're right, Dizzy isn't a gasm, it's the aftermath. Icy Spotted. It has been, the majority, like 11 emotes are by Maple Draws. 1 is by Paper Talisman. 1 is by Spacefish. Glorp Glorpin. Yeah? Although you spelled it a little off. Slorp Gralpen. Alright, good, Icy's back. In time for this. Do I have too many emotes? Ah. Me no Inklis. I don't know if Slorp Glorpin is English. Where's the re-emote? I do need a re or a rage or something like that. Hi, Smug. Only the correct amount aired. I see. How many of my emote servers are you in again? Thanks to my internet, I missed anything you might have said about the emotes. You said you don't have a Gasm emote. And I said, correct, I need one, but I've been putting it off for 2 months. Dead emote? Dead emote would be nice, but Dizzy kind of fills the same role, so maybe? The 3 public ones of your 16, I believe you said? I don't have too much news for you guys today. But holy, I have a story about my dad for today. We're gonna tell it like 3 or 4 times because it's that fucking incredible. When's the... Hold on, what the fuck are those? Streak, I'm almost consistent. Work with me. There and Awooga. National Greasy Food Day? It is. It is. I did see that one. My streak is popping off now that Stardew is Jover. Yeah. Stardew made it difficult for a lot of people. I think it made it a lot more difficult for Bits and Logitech, who used to be, like, really high streaks. I think they're both still kind of high now. Well, I'm not sure on Bits. I'm not sure on Logitech now that I think about it either. But I know both of them were, like, neck and neck for 100 at one point. Stare need. Also, Yulin's gonna be so early starting Sunday. Is that your daylight savings, or is that mine? Mine is, like, November 4th, I want to say. Mine? Okay. Mine isn't far after. My streak is the highest. You could say my streak is #1. I don't think I could smile. A whole week of early one. Logitech is at like 75 watch streak. No streak. Low fam demands I watch him over anyone else. I lost my lawn streak due to moving back in March. Yeah, I remember that. And early Ico. If it's yours, Zooey, Yulin would be starting late. Hammy stretch. Does anyone have 1.4k bucks to spare? I want a big ass model of Titus from Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Huh. And do you sell my pets? Oh, wait, is... No, we are getting an hour. Are you moving forward or backward, Zuby? It'd be 3 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. for me right now. Squirts. I don't know why, sometimes thinking about daylight savings time is like so fucking hard mentally. And it's like, I can't think of this, I need it like written down. I don't know why. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We had a WoW raid yesterday. I didn't even know about it. Apparently they said we'll come back Thursday on Tuesday. And I just didn't catch that. So I was like out in Tenaris killing world bosses. And I get an invite from Nyxor, who's on his warrior. So I'm like, oh, it's not his warlock, so I don't know what he's doing. And he waits like 5 minutes, and then he invites me again. I'm declining. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? He's at the dungeon, so I'm like, they're doing mythic dungeons? What the fuck is he inviting me for? I don't want to do dungeons. But he's not saying anything to me. And he messages me. It's like 12 minutes in raid time, and he's like, Eland, are you coming to raid? I was like, there's a fucking raid today? What? And he's like, I said it on Tuesday. Sent you a pixel gif of Loggy. So if you see a link for me, it's most certainly a scam. Why would that be a scam? Wait, does that mean when Newland's daylight savings happens, it'll be even later for me? Do you disappear for 6 months for me? I won't disappear because we'll see each other in other streams, right? We'll still see each other other places, right? We're going from 3 a.m. to 2 a.m. I forget which daylight savings I have. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, we offset an hour and then we go back up. But I think with Den, they had a weird daylight savings where it's like, she goes down and I go up, so we'd be like 2 hours apart. And I was like, what the fuck, how does that work? Daylight savings should go away. The clock should be a 24-hour cycle, and everybody should be at the same time all the time. And when it hits, I don't know, the middle of the Pacific Ocean, that's the end of 24 hours, and the timer restarts. That's my opinion. Probably not because everyone keeps ending as I arrive. You've made them face each other, Zuby. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on team no daylight savings. Hi, Kisu. Kisu was playing a Resto Druid today. Wow, life is miserable as a healer. Holy cow, I was doing time walking dungeons. And I don't have an intellect trinket and an intellect weapon. So my stats are a little low. It's my main shut up, Barisu. My healing's a little low, but like I can get stuff done, right? These tanks, they go into one group, they start AoEing. They're at 80% health. They go into the next group. They start AoEing. They're down to like 50% health. At this point, I'm like, fucking throw the heals, fucking throw the heals. And they're like, run into the third group. They're getting hit in the back. No mitigation. They get into the third group. At this point, their health is just doosh, 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 doosh. Like, it's just constantly going to 10%. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Clearly, they're getting hit a lot. Clearly, it's not like, it's not a free run. This is like, bro, I have to fucking, like, struggle to keep you up. I'm throwing cooldowns and mana. And they just keep going. Like, I had a tank die. He pulled 4 groups, died. We all die. He reses, we clean up. He pulls, like, 5 groups the next time, dies. We all res. He goes slow for a little bit, we kill a boss. He pulls 5 groups and dies, and it's just like, it didn't work the first time, my guy. Stop! What are you doing? There's a man going ham on his violin at the market playing fucking Despacito? Hell yeah. Just need something for the middle? Definition of insanity, am I right? Technically, no. But this guy was... dude, I was losing it. Okay, hold on. 3.11. You're 3 a.m. because it becomes 2 a.m. Which means if you start at 9 a.m., that 9 a.m. becomes 8 a.m. So you start at 10 a.m. Is that right? I start at 9 a.m. If it's 3, and then you're going up an hour from 3 to 2, Why is this so fucking hard? Okay, my 9, you're 3. You go here. I can't fucking think of it. I need it on paper. I need it visualized. I'm too stupid for this. I don't know why. This is why I write down all my math. Hi, Cairo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. I thought I had something there. I thought when I was like, okay, my 9, you're 3. You go to 2. There's no movement at all. I just start earlier for you. It's just, that's my new start time. It's if my time changes that we need to figure it out for you. If I'm starting at 3 for you, and you go up an hour, I'll just be starting at 2 a.m. When my time changes, it will either go back to 3 or to 1, based on which direction I go, and I already forget which direction I'm going. Cairo, hi friends. Let's plank. Smile! How long can you plank? Oh, we just missed 16:30. It means we'll start at 17 minutes. Straight back. I haven't even started yet! We've got 10 more seconds. Three minutes. Straight back, I swear. I swear. $3 hours? Yeah, no fucking shot. Literally never in my life am I planking for 3 hours. The amount of effort, time, and training it would take to build up for that is so insane. 30 seconds down. It looks like my knees keep bending, and I'm like, why? They're not doing that. $50 seconds down. I watched that Ashes of Creation video I was talking about yesterday. Oh my god, I'm hyped for that game. It's not coming out for another 7 years. Oh my god, I'm hyped for that game. 1 minute down. They showed off the 9 races. I didn't even know there was going to be that many races. Yeah, so now 9 a.m. becomes now 10 a.m. So your stream becomes then 9 a.m. which is now 10 a.m. because my time doesn't change. You start at now 10 a.m. then. That means you go from starting at my 2 a.m. instead of my now 1 a.m. Thus you are extra late. I'm disappointed in your scheduled lateness unit. I plank forever because I am washing for it. Halfway there, 1:30. Hi Pixel, hoi hoi y'all, I'm here now. Not just in time for the plank. This one's hard. I don't know why I'm struggling today. This one's hard. The longer it cooks, the better the game will be. Look at Oh. Look at Justice League. What was that one in development for? 7 years? 2 minutes down. 1 more minute. Cairo watched 25 consecutive streams. Wow. How the fuck have you not missed a stream, Cairo? That's crazy. You like do that working thing. 40 more seconds. 30 more seconds. Stayed up late to force math onto you all. This is your punishment. Your cute bunny escaped. 40 more minutes. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! 20 more seconds. 15. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 0. Guys, I don't fucking get it. Some days the plank is so easy. Some days it's just like 3 minutes go by and it's like, that was nothing. Thank you. And some days I'm like, I'm a minute and a half in, I'm like, this feels like I've done 3 minutes already, and it hurts. Oh god. Oh. You guys wait there. Ah. Ah. Whoa. Almost lost my balance there. It's Friday, right? I don't have any, like, maps to show core tonight. It do be Friday? What angle am I at? This angle? I fly tomorrow, yippee. I'm so excited, Cairo. I really appreciate that you fit it into your schedule so that we're gonna play Gauntlet, and then you're heading on your flight right after. I know that's really difficult for, like, you know, making plans middle of the day and then having a flight. What do you mean, I've made this joke like 3 times to him. I'm running. There's no Gauntlet tomorrow. The ringleader is gonna be on vacation, where he wants to be, fighting on the beach with you and me. Anyway. Mute that. Change to this. Hit this, hit that. Ooh. That's a little loud. Oh, this video is going to be super quiet because I'm pretty sure Exodar is an old video, but oh well. Core mentioned. Run, Cairo. God, I hope it's Friday. I don't want to have stayed up late, find out I have work tomorrow. In an F-16? No, not an F-16. Don't let him catch you again. Thank you, thank you. Music bangs, but wow, this area sucks. I think I really liked this area when it came out. But I look at it now, and it's like, what the fuck was the quest direction? What the fuck was happening? Looking at spawn, oh my, how bold. We'll move, we'll move. Good point. I did think of that earlier. Oh, I forgot that this is a map where you're standing is what the lighting is. Huh. Know what else bangs? A drummer? Police, arrest this man. Have fun, Cairo. Can we play Gauntlet together in person? But Gauntlet does not get played whatsoever? Maybe. Hi, Chewie. The fact you can't fly in the BC areas of Azeroth is a crime? Yeah, they never updated it. And you'd think they'd, like, just hire one person. Just hire a single developer to, like, hey, update these areas so we can fly in them. Spend, like, a year or 2 on it. Okay, boss. They could have done that, like, 15 years ago and we'd have it now. They just never did. Spend 50 to 60 hours learning how to play Zangief, and all I have to show for it is level 1 silver rank. I spent only 5 hours as Terry, and I'm given level 2 gold rank. Do you think there's a lot of skills that transferred over? Give people jobs? Blasphemy. When when BC came out, I don't know, I like the zones. There was a lot of cool stuff in it. There was all these neat crystals. There was a lot of good enemies like the Blood Elves and the Demons, the Ravagers. Skills in WoW don't kid. I look back at this zone now and I'm like, what the fuck was the theming? It's like you crash land as the Draenei, and you're dealing with locals, right? There's a lot of Naga, there's a lot of Furbolgs, but there's also Blood Elves here for some reason. Why the fuck are there Blood Elves here? Hi, Elder. Look at this guy being 33 seconds delayed. Fuck, 37-second delay. Okay, we back. Sometimes the delay is gnarly. Skills in WoW don't kid. Like parries, drive impacts? Yeah, I don't even have the fundamental combos for Terry. Fellow Grappler, it's sad to see you go, but I wish you well in your journey of street fighting. I don't know. The Draenei starting area, Azure Mistile and Blood Mistile, they were neat, but like, I don't think at any stage of the game did they ever compare to the Blood Elf starting areas. Azure Mistile compared to Eversong Woods, not even close. Eversong Woods is so pretty. And then Blood Mistile compared to Ghostlands. Ghostlands was fucking, I don't know if it was iconic, but it was really good. Damn it, Gnarly Narwhal, causing delay. I don't know if I've seen Gnarly around here. I've seen him around, I know the guy. I'm trying to think, like, has he been around my stream? I'm not sure if he has. Okay. I mentioned this earlier. I have a story of all time about my father. So I went to bed at like 1 a.m. last night. And I woke up at 5 a.m. So I wake up, I get a small glass of milk, I head over to my computer, I start clearing through Discord messages, and the fucking security alarm starts going off. Like, we have a, I think it's a Ring Fit alarm, not a Ring Fit, we have the, a Ring alarm. And it starts, you know, beeping like, whoop, 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 and I'm just like, oh fuck, why is that going off at 5 a.m.? Now it's storming outside, and I'm like, normally, because I know the statistics for some, you know, burglaries, just some statistic info. Usually burglaries happen not in bad weather and in the middle of the day. Because burglars, they want to rob places when people aren't there. And at nighttime is when you're more likely to be there. In bad weather is when you're more likely to be there. So I'm already thinking like, this shouldn't be a burglary. I'm like 98% sure it is one of my parents letting the dog out and forgetting to turn the alarm off in doing so. But I turn it off myself. And I grab a self-defense object, right? It's a lightsaber hilt that's like made of metal. So the thing would like fucking break bones if I hit somebody with it. It's kind of like a miniature spiked mace. The Yulin dildo? I did not grab the Yulin dildo. I grabbed the lightsaber hilt. I go upstairs. And the light's off, I turn the light on. And then I hear the sliding glass door to the balcony open up, and I hear, "Hey, Yulin," from my dad. And so I'm immediately like, okay, phew, it was my dad, not a burglar. And I'm like, "Hey, Dad, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, it was storming and I wanted to see the weather." And I was like, cool. Did you know the alarm was going off? And he goes, what alarm? And I'm like, the ring alarm that you set at night so that burglars don't go in. And the realization that he didn't turn that off and just went outside and set that off was like, oh shit, do we gotta call the police and like tell them not to come, then that we're fine? And I was like, I don't think it's hooked up to the police. He's like, okay, oh god, we gotta deal with that. But like, he just wanted to go watch the storm outside, and so he just opened the door and closed it and went out to the balcony and was just chilling out there. And he didn't hear the alarm going off at all, but it was like fucking blaring for a minute inside. I haven't talked to my mom about it yet. I'm like 100% certain it woke her up. I'm only learning Terry just so I can exploit his weaknesses when I go back to Zangief. I'm legit sabotaging my Terry's gold rank because I sure as shit don't know. Sure as shit know I don't deserve gold rank. Zangief, fair learn well. I was so disappointed I got that gold rank. The Yulin dildo. I learned a bit of Hwao for the same reason, huh? Lightsaber hilt, Burger King. Burger jump scare, typical dad thing to do. Go out and look at the weather at night. I mean, Midwestern dad thing to do. I don't think most dads do that. Yeah. I mean, so my parents, they love looking at the weather. That's like a hobby for them. And so with the storm, my dad was just up and he was excited. So he just fucking went and sat on the balcony outside. I think the funniest thing I've ever had with ranks is in Heroes of the Storm. My ex and I, we both did our promos for ranked. And at one point he got like gold 2, and he was a better player than me. Between the two of us, he was better. I think I was a better shot caller, but like when it came to mechanical skills and making shit happen, he would be better. I did my promos and got like platinum 5. He was like, what the fuck? You got platinum? You got platinum from your promos? And I was like, yeah. Yulin's dad brain off moment strikes again. They're not super common. He is a very smart person. And like now that he's retired, I don't feel like he's as brain off at home as he used to be. But this was definitely a brain off. It was 5 a.m. You know, I can't expect him to be 100% at 5 a.m. in the morning. I think he's just silly. Also, I hate when you talk about your ex. God damn it, Pixel. He's shown up in chat. He's actually hung out a little bit. He hasn't in like 2 months. But there was that day I unblocked him, and 3 days later he was like, yo. Oh, I did not expect this to work. And I was like, hey, what's up? And then we kind of, not like reconnected, but basically like, hey, I'm done blocking you. You know, we're not getting back together or anything, but like, hey, I'm over it. Well, I'm always in your chat. And, then he's popped by the stream a couple times. My sense of humor and personality, I think he's for the most part the same, and I've changed a lot. So I don't think we would be like as close of friends as we used to be. We used to be like Turk and JD from Scrubs. We used to be like so inseparable and on the same wavelength that like you ever like meet those people that like it's them and their best friend and they just everything. They were so in love. Hi, Octomage. It wasn't really so in love so much as like it was just best friends that we'd never had. Right? It was like I'd always had a lot of friends. I'd had best friends before. But this was the first time where it was like, especially initially, we agreed on everything. And everything we didn't agree on, it was like minor things that we could like discuss and see the point of view of the other. I don't know. It was just we got along so well and had so many interests and just I don't know, had a lot of fun together. And then they just, you know, became sex. Shows up in chat, hasn't been in chat for months. Really sexy. Maybe I am feeling sexy. I didn't say they were really sexy. God, how do I talk about that? I don't know. I feel like I have changed so much in the last 5 to 7 years. I've changed so much in the last 5 to 7 years that, like, I'd still get along great with him. Oh, so I'm not really sexy. I see how it is. I thought we were talking about my ex. We're talking about you? Okay, shows up in chat. Hasn't been in chat for months. It hasn't been months for you. It was like 3 weeks. Is really sexy. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I think you're 2 for 3 of those, Smile, and one of them is like the most basic thing, like, you know, breathing. Oi, Smile. Oi, Octal. Hi, Pixel. Yeah, he, where did we meet? I'm gonna tell the story of how I met my ex again, because it's really funny to me. I was playing Monster Hunter, and I saw that Ragnarok Online 2 was coming out. And this is a game that I kind of missed playing Ragnarok Online in middle school. I was really excited for Ragnarok Online 2. I go and play it, and the game sucks. The game is, like, not good, but I'm, like, committed to it. I'm like, I want to make it work. Okay, you. I had a follow-up punchline to that, but I forgot. Please pretend I said it away. Nice Smile. Excellent follow-up. I'm playing Ragnarok Online 2. They have shit classes. I'm playing the Beastmaster, which is just you turn into a bear and tank, but I'm not playing it as a tank, I'm playing as a DPS, and I do a dungeon, and this priest is like, you're really good. I didn't know Beastmasters could DPS, let alone that they could ever be top DPS. You want to join my guild? I want to make a raiding guild. I was like, I'm here for a raiding guild, so yes, I'll join. He's like, cool, we've got one other member. It's a tank, a monk. I'm like, okay. The next day, he's like, hey, I'm questing and it's hard as a cleric healer. Can you help me and, like, kill a bunch of mobs for me? I was like, yeah, sure, of course, man. He invites me and that monk is there. A monk named Fantastical. And he's like, oh, by the way, Luminion, because I was doing Pokemon names at the time. This is Fantastical. The monk tank I was talking about. Fantastical, this is Luminion. The Beastmaster DPS. Hey. Hi. So yeah, if you two can help me quest, that'd be awesome. And I'm sitting here like, this dude just fucking bait and switched me. We don't both need to be here. He could only have used one of us. Ugh. He quests for like an hour of us killing stuff. It might not even have been an hour. It might have been like 30 minutes. And then he's just like, oh, something came up, I gotta go. You two have fun, bye. And he leaves. And so now it's me and this monk tank, and I'm just like, yeah, unless I'm raiding, I typically play these games alone, so I'm just gonna go. And he's like, yeah, me too. See you around, I guess. Yeah, bye. And we leave. And this fucking cleric guild leader did this like 3 times. And eventually it was just like, well, I need to do a dungeon. Do you need to do this dungeon? And the monk would be like, yeah, I kind of do. Might as well do it together, right? We do the dungeon. It goes great. I think at one point, like, all the other DPS and the healer die, and it's just the two of us practically duoing bosses. We just start talking, and start hanging out more and more. At one point, there's a shortage of healers in the game. There's tons and tons of DPS. And there's kind of too many tanks. But there's, like, no healers. And so him and I were trying to do a dungeon at, like, 48. And we just fucking couldn't get a queue for it. We couldn't get a group. This is the point where we were like, God, do we just fucking solo these dungeons? This sucks, bro. And I was like, I'm gonna re-roll. I want to make a sorceress and just play a healer. And everybody will love me and I'll love the attention of being a healer and everybody needing me. He's like, okay, I'll re-roll too. And so I make a pink-haired sorceress named Corsola. What did he name his character? He made a berserker. I forget what he named his character. I don't know. I think we started talking about ERP and how he'd done it once with Zayla! There's Zayla! He'd done, like, text ERP once with this, elderly female gamer that was really into vampires. And then, I was kind of just like, yeah, well, I'm really open with that stuff, you know, if you want to, I'm down for it. He's like, oh, okay. Maybe I will, but I gotta, like, work up the courage for it. Okay. And so, like, 3 or 4 days later, it happens. We've known each other for, like, a week at this point, right? And, I remember after that, he was like, that was very different than what I was used to. I was like, was that good? He was like, yes. What I was used to was this woman writing a novel to me and me just going yes or no. And I was like, what the fuck kind of ERP is that, huh? And he's like, I don't know. She would just write the lines that I was doing. It was basically like her telling a story to me. I was like, that fucking sucks, dude. There's 2 of us here. Empire sounds like used goods. At this point, it becomes like a regular thing. And I keep saying, like, we're not dating. At most, we're like e-dating. But if you ever find a potential partner, you go for it. And if I find somebody, I'm going for it. But we are not in a relationship. Text-based ERP with older women is a universal experience? Yeah, I mean, I definitely had it. I had one. I still have her friended on League of Legends. That's not where I met her, by the way. I did not ERP on League of Legends. I met her on WildStar. And, we met through the housing stuff. Tags on League. We met on WildStar. I was way into housing, and I would, like, go to different housing instances. And I found one that was like this inn. And it was really good. And I wanted to message the creator, and I just couldn't. She was never online. Or they were never online. And after like a week of trying, I finally messaged them, just like, test. And they're like, can I help you? I was like, holy shit, you're online. I've been trying to find you for a week. And they're like, do I know you? And I'm like, sorry. I go through the housing maps. I found your inn. It's really fucking cool. I've just been wanting to tell you how cool it is and talk to you about some things. I wanted to know how you did like this door frame, because that's really cool and I want to use it. And she was like, oh, cool, you saw the house, yeah. And we just instantly hit it off as friends. She came to my house and was like, dude, goddamn, this is cool. And then we joked that, you know, she's like, yeah, the only thing I need is a sex dungeon. And I was like, oh, I can help you build it. Maybe even help you test it. Right? And from then on, it's like, oh, okay, this person's DTF. And, like, we started getting more and more flirty, right? And at one point, the segs happens. And she was bold. I remember she would do stuff that was, like, fucking wild. That was like, holy shit. I would not expect somebody to do that. Like, especially on, like, a first time. Like, she was busting out... We were both Draken females. And she was busting out, like, knots. Like, Buddha knot stuff. Tags. K-N-O-T. And, after, she was like, I kept trying to push the boundaries and see how far you'd let me go, and you never stopped me. I think I love you. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah? I mean, I was down for all of it. She's like, okay. I'm your master now. And if you ever step foot in my housing world, you're not allowed to have clothes on. And I was like, okay. Anyway. How did we get there? Text ERP. Perfect shot, eagle, turkey. What else is there? Home run, being set up, literally setting y'all up. Damn, these two were dumb as bricks. I live when people of authority set me up with other people. It's how all my relationships start. Vampire sounds like used goods, CAC paragraphs. Text-based ERP with older women is a universal experience. I mean, who hasn't baked someone after a week? Oh, it's the not dating guy. No, that was two guys, Pixel. That was two guys that I was with. Hags on League, Hags on Wildstar, holy. Damn, Hags real. I'm sort of following, sounds like my kind of lady. Most importantly, they're letting you do sex. Love really do be confusing. Should I be listening to this while at work? You should definitely have headphones or earbuds in. You should not have this on speakerphone. Gomena, sorry. I need a drink. Nar, blast us on the train PA and horn system. Double down, put this on speaker, and give every passerby the knowing smile. Let me just full boost my phone's speaker real quick. I re-rolled Sorceress, he re-rolled Berserker. We, leveled to 60 on those characters. I remember at one point we ERP'd, and I, with them laying down, me riding Cowgirl, I was a sorceress, so I knew fire magic. And I took a flame to my fingertip, and I ran it down my chest, burning my shirt off. And I remember he was like, that's the most hot thing I've ever fucking read in my life! Oh my god! You incorporated your character's abilities into the ERP! Holy shit! And I was like, what? Have people not done that for you before? We hit max level. The guy that recruited us, he, like, couldn't play anymore. Real life stuff happened with him, and he was just like, yeah, I can't get on. So he wasn't recruiting. Neither of us were recruiting, and we were in essentially a dead guild. So we were like, okay, let's go find a guild. We have 2 DPS, a tank, a DPS, a healer DPS, or a tank and healer. We should have no problems finding a guild. Hit max level right as you climax. We started looking at what rating in Ragnarok Online 2 means, and we find out it's incredibly pay to win. And so we're both like, alright, we gotta fucking face the music, the writing on the wall. This game sucks ass. We gotta go play a different game. And he's like, well, you know, I'm poor as shit, and I'm playing on a 13-year-old computer, so we're limited in what we can play. And I was like, I'd like to go back to WoW, but, you know, $15 a month is out of your price range. And then we saw that Rift was going free to play. You can't say hi to me after I say something like that. I wish I climaxed with Octomage right as we hit max level. And I'd thank him for it. We saw that Rift was going free to play. And so we decided to play Rift, buy 1 month of sub time to like start on a new server, get names for like the wave of free-to-play players, and you know, potentially set up some crafting professions. Basically learn the game before the Steam free-to-play wave. And he makes a character named Miku. I make a character named Gumi, like the two Vocaloids. And we start leveling on Rift. We get married. We're leveling through the zones. We're not really like looking for. We're kind of looking for a raiding guild, but you know, no raiding guild is gonna take some level 16. So we're like, okay, we basically have to get to max level and geared a bit, and then find a raiding guild. While leveling up, I meet a bunch of housing friends, because Rift had pretty good fucking housing, and this is when I actually got into housing. Hi, Kumi. One of these housing friends is like, you should join my guild. It's pretty fun. We do guild events. And I was like, we'll join for while we're leveling, but we're not gonna stay. We're gonna go find a raiding guild at some point. So we join and we find out they have a raiding group, so we're just like, oh fuck it, we'll just join them, and if they suck, we'll go somewhere else. We level up. We start raiding with them. Their raid group is trash. Their raid leader is trash. Their tanks are trash. Their healers are trash. Their DPS are trash. Every single person in this group is like never raided in their life before. I don't think some of them had played a game in their life before. But the X and I, we're both like mythic level raiders. So we're like, we wanted to go in with him DPS, me playing support Beastmaster. And we quickly discovered if we did that, healing was a problem, so he'd go healer. But if he wasn't DPSing, DPS was a problem. So I would go DPS. We didn't get to play the roles we actually wanted to play. Toxic. We weren't being mean to them. We weren't like, you guys fucking suck. We were just, you know, performing better than them. And they all fucking knew it. They worshipped us. That raiding group never really went far, but the guild leader couldn't raid. She had like 40,000 ping. Something horrendous. She had crazy bad ping, and like she could barely play the game. And after a few months of like her just existing in the guild and like doing crafting professions, she said, guys, I miss raiding. I'm going back to WoW. And so most of the guild was like, yeah, if you're going, I'm going. And at this point, the X and I were like, yeah, we're going too. He had actually started dating the guild leader at this point. So I don't remember where in the timeline it really happened. But at some point, they really started getting along. And they started, you know, ERPing and basically became an item. And it was official for them. They were like, we are dating. We are together. And I was like, cool, you two have fun. I'll stop fucking him. And she was like, I'm so sorry. You two were in a relationship and I just took him. And I was like, no, we literally weren't. I literally told him, if he finds somebody, go for it. I like him. I like you. It's like my two best friends getting together. I'm literally like, I like this situation. She's like, okay. You could call me a bitch if you want. I was like, I literally don't want to call you a bitch. What are you talking about? We go to WoW. She still has like 300 to 500 ping. So she still has a gnarly delay. but it's like playable. She was playing on phone Wi-Fi. She in the region she lived in, I think it was in Michigan, they just didn't have internet. So everybody there had to go off their like phone internet. It was awful. But we went back to WoW. This was in Siege of Orgrimmar. And I raided with them for a bit. It was okay. And then WildStar came out. And I was like, I've been waiting for this game for years. I'm gonna go play it. There's Ayla! There's Ayla! Ayla's sweeping. And at this point, the ex is like, I can't play it unless you buy it for me. And I was like, you can ask your girlfriend. I'm not buying it for you. I'm not made of money. And he's like, okay, understandable. And so he never played it. I basically just didn't see them for like 8 months. Wait, cute Zay sighting? Yeah, Zay is in this video 3 times. We've seen him 2 times now. I'll point him out at the end. They're getting abducted by a UFO. I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah. Fuck, I didn't mute. Hog Zayla. Neat, another Zay for the collection. I go and play WildStar. I raid there for a couple months. I stop having fun because WildStar is like, they demand your time. This was not a casual game. At least this one won't haunt you. After 8 months on WildStar, I go back to WoW. I message her and I sneak back into the guild. I made my character name the one that I used when him and I were dating. And I'm playing like a hunter, so I'm playing a hunter named Corsola. And he's like, are you? And I'm like, are you what? He's like, are you Nox? And I was like, what the fuck is a Nox? He's like, oh, sorry, I thought you were someone I knew. And I was like, you just thought my name was Nox for some reason? Like, yeah, well, your name's Corsola. I thought you said my name was Nox. No, I just, never mind, I'm sorry. Hi, Nondary. Like, I'm just hard fucking with him. And then I just started referencing stuff. I'm not talking in any of the, like, voice chats. I'm just, like, in the text. I keep referencing stuff that him and I would know together. And he'd be like, what? How do you know that? And I'd be like, no what? How do you know about that joke? It's from a TV show. What do you mean, how do I know about this joke? He's like, it's just something that a friend of mine used to reference. Hi, Maple. You know, this is actually crazy. People were asking you about today, Maple. They were like, who does your emotes? Who was it? Arid Paragon was. That's the artist, Arid. Right there. Evil Ewan. I think at one point I said one joke. Where like, they told me to do something. I was like, you want me to go CC this mob? Are you just fucking with me? And I said, I spelled fucking with an A, so like fucking with me. Which was a joke that him and I did. And he was like, you're fucking Nox. I know it. You're Gobi. You're just fucking with me right now. And I at this point I started fucking laughing. Good times. Please do not give passerbys meat. I may be DTF, but not that DTF. Man's coming with their brains out, down to fight. Fuck. Hit max level right as you climax. Mage. You can't say hi to me after I say something like that. Holy Octal, huh? Turn the love into 100. What? No dropping the frogs? Let's design an XP system for ERP. It could happen. It could. You know what that makes me think of, Octal Mage? There is an artist I follow on Twitter named Rapscallion. And they really like D&D, but they want to incorporate sex as a stat in it. And so they've rebuilt their entire own D&D system including sex. Toxic Kumi. Wait, Q's A-siding Pogzela. Another for the collection. Bless you. At least this one won't haunt you. Evil Elin, sup Elin, gotta go. I want to say hi. I hope you have a good one, non-dairy. I imagine it's work. Evelyn. Hi, Senro. Hi, honey. Got him. Gaslighting is not real. I'm learning how to get into a relationship. I thought charisma was the sex stat. Charisma is the, like, persuasion stat. But, like, Rapscallion on Twitter, it's like a whole, like, I don't know. It's like they have persuasion, and then they also just have, like, sex and seduction. Charisma helps? Charisma helps you get sex, but it doesn't help you have sex. It doesn't help you in the moment of having sex, right? Actually, that artist that I'm talking about, we were talking about them like 2 months ago with the Mimic Knight concept, where it's like a suit of armor, and instead of like a torso, it's a big pot, and in that big pot is like a bunch of tentacles. But they need a conduit to like talk to each other. Otherwise, they're all kind of like isolated and just a tentacle on its own in the pot. But if they are tentacle fucking an individual, then they are able to communicate to each other like a hive mind, using that person as the conduit. So if they get their hands on somebody, they basically grab them and don't let go, and basically just tentacle fuck them. But they themselves start controlling the arms and legs of the suit of armor, and are able to function as like a very dangerous being that is very difficult to deal with. You as the player, if you become a Mimic Knight, if you become the conduit, you're very strong and like have a lot of defensive stats. However, every like half day or something, your health goes down by 1. So you would need a party supporting you and like regularly healing you. Or you will eventually die. You don't need food and water though. The tentacles provide those. Charisma helps. Wouldn't agility and strength be what helps with doing the sex rolls? Yes. No, I would think so. Maybe stamina as well. In Rapscallion, I don't know the D&D stats. I don't know like how he's made it function exactly, but he has put 3 years of effort into making a version of D&D that includes sex. Wait, this is just the hunters with sexy from Halo. Tentacle fucking? Endurance 2? General hug. I'm gonna commission Maple today. I'm gonna message her and be like, if you have commission slots open, I want emotes. My apologies for putting this off for 2 months. I'm dumb. I'm actually gonna get that done. D&D, hoi hoi. On the outside, crazy intense tentacle fucking. On the inside, hey Todd, lovely lover. How you doing these days? How's the tentacle wife? Oh hey Rod. Going great. Been a while since my tentacle armor has been worn. My thoughts exactly. Productive, Lynn. I did make progress with the phone. I did actually go to an unlocker site and be like, hey, fucking unlock my phone. It's not unlocking on its own. It cost me 20 fucking bucks, but whatever, I did it. It took me like 4 hours to do just because I was like, I really didn't want to pay for this. I tried using a free one initially. I tried like looking up a bunch of information and stuff. The problem with my phone is that AT&T and Verizon lock their phones. Samsung does not lock their phones. I didn't know what number to call Pixel. Like, it's a Samsung phone. But if it's like, hey Samsung, unlock my phone, They'd be like, we don't lock phones. That's not a thing we do. Because it used to be on Verizon, Verizon has locked the phone. So I would need to call Verizon. Must have been a European thing? What do you mean a European thing? It's not a European thing. I would have had to call Verizon. But I couldn't find anything about unlocking a phone with Verizon. Because Verizon is just like, oh yeah, our phones unlock after 60 days. So they don't like, neither of them have like a specific thing for, hey, I need my phone unlocked. Or they do, but they fucking hide it. Oh, wrong chat. I must announce that I'm eating a Pop-Tart. Which flavor? I'm going to commission you. I haven't had Pop-Tarts in a few months. I probably had brown sugar cinnamon the most. But I really like wild berry. I really like confetti cupcake. Confetti cupcake is probably like my top tier Pop-Tart flavor. I must announce that I'm jorking it. Yeah? Blueberry? Blueberry's okay. Pixel Jorkin. We're at 1.8 miles. We're making progress. With that X, I came back to WoW at Siege of Orgrimmar, the end of Mists of Pandaria. We raided a little bit. He and that guild leader girl broke up. It was not a clean breakup. I told her I was friends with her, and if she ever wanted to talk, she could message me. And I've never talked to her since. I must announce that I've been staring. Hell yeah. Woohoo, 1.8 miles. You're doing great, Elon. Thank you. Him and I think we played WoW a bit more. And then WoD came out. And we joined a raiding guild in that together. We almost got to max level on day 1, but my dad reset the router. And I got kicked off and the connection servers were down. Oh, WoD launch was messy. What other news do I have? Neanders. Oh, there was news about Neanders. Oh, there's Zayla. Kumi! There's Zayla right here. We saw them, Kumi. I must announce I am listening. So Neanders was banned. I don't know how long the ban is. She was playing a game called Amarillo's Butt Slapper. No, don't take our Zay. A full collection of Zay. For anybody that knows what Amarillo's Butt Slapper is, it's Cookie Clicker, but you slap butts. That's it, just Cookie Clicker, but just slapping a butt in a bunny girl outfit. That's the whole game. Apparently that was too sexual for Twitch. They banned her. I hope it's short. It does feel like, yeah, that's, you know, spanking is a sexual focus, and she probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, I saw that? Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, it's a joke, so nobody takes it seriously, but then when you think about it, it's like, oh, that would be against the rules, wouldn't it? She probably shouldn't have done that. Lost a good one, chat. I'm sure she'll be back. The thighs are too exposed? Since it's not VR chat. Well, even if it was fully clothed, you're not allowed to, like, have a focus on spanking. You're not allowed to have a camera just on somebody's butt and just spank them over and over. That is focus on a sexual body part, and I think Neanners is one of the first EN VTuber follows I had. I mean, genital jousting was a joke, but it's banned. Not surprised. Comma. Yeah. I never knew who Neanners was until VShojo. I had heard her name. Ken Ashcorp did a song about her. And that was the extent of my knowledge on Neanners. This one's super quiet. This is Western Lenosha. Okay, hopping on, I'm printing stuff, so, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think Neanners is cool. She left VShojo, which I don't know how to think about that, because I really like VShojo. I think VShojo is a super cool VTubing agency. I really like that they, at least what seems like, takes care of their talents. That being said, 3 girls have left VShojo. Been like, yeah, they kind of just left me high and dry, which is like, I don't know how I can see some of the girls be like, they have, you know, taken care of me so much, they've done so much for me, and then some of the others are like, they're the worst, they abandoned me. It's like, okay, well, what's going on there, right? It's hard to know. It's hard to know who was cool. Favoritism, most likely. Well, so, okay, I think favoritism could be a thing, you know, with the VShojo people, staff, clearly having favorites and taking some and ignoring others. At the same time, I could see that as entitlement from the ones that left. They could be sitting there going like, they were supposed to take care of me, and they didn't. And, like, they did, but it wasn't enough for those girls. And so they're like, you know, this is bullshit. They abandoned me. It's like, they didn't necessarily abandon you, it just wasn't enough for what you wanted. But no sense in plumbing for reasons for contractual differences. Yeah, it's one of those things that's like, I don't know. There's no way to know. I have seen them go above and beyond for some of the other girls. I don't know how it went with the ones that left. I think it's Vebe, Silvervale, and Neanners that left. It's... I don't know. I hope they're doing well. As far as I understand, they are. Are there a collection of Zays to collect here too? No. I don't think I've ever had a world where, like... I don't think I've ever had multiple walking videos with somebody. Full Metal Ratchet is in, like, 5 of them. Vey subtly said the news contract was trash money-wise? Vey and subtly. I like how you've worded that, Maple. Because I don't know if that can happen. You're doing great, Yon. Thank you. I remember Silvervale leaving didn't look nice for VShojo. I remember Silvervale left over Harry Potter stuff. She felt they kind of just left her high and dry for that. And she felt very, like, attacked by Fruit. Now, when you look at the actual interaction between Silvervale and Fruit, it was fucking nothing, and it was the fans being fucking insane. I like Silvervale. Her community is fucking insane. Her community is actually, like, And it's probably not the majority of the community. It's probably a very small minority of it. But the Silvervale community can be absolutely out of control. Wait, I just checked the Twitch quality. Genitalia, buttocks, hips, female presented nipples, and under bust must be covered at all times on general streams. These guidelines apply to VTuber models, but not video game characters, including those uploaded into games such as VRChat. The butt stopping was in a video game. It's a different rule, Octomage. You are not allowed to have a focus on sexual body parts. And this is in a video game or not. So, like, if you just have a butt camera, like, if you just had a camera that was, you know, cut off here to here, and that was just the camera, that would not be okay. Here, I will show you. Behavior. Look at me. Flying. If I did this, and I just streamed like this the whole time, this is against the rules. You cannot just leave your camera like this. Anchor. Default. Whoa. So, what Nyanners did was the game camera is essentially just on a butt. It cuts off at the girl here. It cuts off at the girl here. It is a close-up of a girl's butt the whole time, which is, you're not allowed to do that. With that level of harassment, can I understand being upset if your agency doesn't really help? Yeah. And, like, I said Silvervale fans were kind of crazy there. And Silvervale herself, I don't agree with everything she did. The whole Harry Potter situation was fucking insane. The level that a lot of the, okay, what's her name? The author for Harry Potter. The fans that are, like, anti-her took it so far in a negative direction of just harassing people that were even going to play the game. Was, like, absolutely insane. They're the type that don't understand that being a menace, Joke Rowling, I like that. They're the type of people that don't understand being a menace and, you know, genuinely unpleasant doesn't make people rally to your cause. Right? And so if you play the Harry Potter game, and a bunch of people show up in your chat and they're like, fuck you, fuck Rowling, you're going to hell, you're a bad person, I can't believe you're playing the Harry Potter game, fuck you and everyone that plays this, nobody's gonna sit there and be like, wow, you have a good point, I should stop playing the Harry Potter game. I'm Otoshiro. I'm Crushin' Core. Tell me if you want me to say your name differently. Nobody's going to react to harassment like that and be like, you know what, that's a good point. It really resonated me when they called me a piece of shit. If anything, it makes you be like, wow, fuck this person. I'm going to stand behind the Harry Potter game. Which is exactly what fucking happened. I don't like Rowling. I fucking despise her. But I recognize Harry Potter was really, really influential and important to a lot of people growing up. It got a lot of people through hard times. It got a lot of people through a tough place in their life, a difficult time in their life, you know, high school, middle school, is not necessarily a time where everybody has everything figured out and all the answers. And Harry Potter, despite, you know, us looking at it now, is not the best example of good writing. It has a lot of good messaging. Did Rowling do that accidentally? I kind of think so. But, like, it was really good and beneficial for a lot of people. And while I would say boycott it now. Don't support, the billionaire that's a really hateful person. If somebody goes and buys a Harry Potter game, I get it. I get it. Enjoy it. Have your fun. Yulen streams aren't just a butt cam stream? No. You can say that about anyone, though. I like Yulen, but his community are all crazy, unabashed degenerates. Yes and no. So, like, you could take 5 VTubers that generally fit the same role, right? You could take Silvervale, Zentreya, Ironmouse, Fruit, and Neanners. And they are all very different and have their own personalities, but they typically have, cute anime girl, avatar, lewd jokes at their core. But, like, I would not expect Zentreya's fandom to go as far as Silvervale's fandom. If you told me, like, this group was doing this, and Silvervale fans harassed them, I'd be like, yeah, of those 5 groups, I would expect it to be Silvervale fans. If the butt was the whole view, yes. The butt is like the whole view, and Neander's VTuber model was in front of it. Also, again, when I say I would expect that to be Silvervale fans, not all Silvervale fans. I would say like 98, 99% of Silvervale fans are probably normal, well-adjusted, wholesome individuals that are probably great, loving, and wonderful. That's Fausto! Holy shit, he's fucking dead! Okay. But there's just a few crazy ones in Silvervale's community that they have rallied behind her because the anti-rowling people went after her, and so they are using her as like, hey, we can hide behind this person. Being a piece of shit only damages your cause. I like the Harry Potter game, it was fun. Well, the person behind Harry Potter is obviously a piece of shit. I didn't play the Harry Potter game, but I did watch a few friends play it. Koyo played it a lot. He loves it. I hate Menace and Deep Rock. Engagement for free. I can separate the two, though, and just enjoy the game for what it is. I just played it because I wanted to experience a Hogwarts game as a wizard. Well, so here's the thing, Core. You can separate the art and the artist. But what people had an issue with is, oh, you bought the wizard game, you just gave $60 to the billionaire who hates trans kids and is going to go donate to a political charity that is going to try and, bring in laws that are anti-trans. That's what, like, they would say. And to that regard, there is a little bit of truth to that. J.K. Rowling made money off the Hogwarts game, and she has given money to political charities that are typically very right-wing, very anti-trans, very, not anti-gay, but definitely anti-trans. And, when you put 1 and 1 together, you get 2. That sucks. Now, at the same time, she's a billionaire. She has so much money that, like, what she gets from this game is drop in the bucket. And it's not like boycotting is going to ruin her. I'll tell you a secret. The way rich people stay rich is they do no-risk investments. So, with this game, she sells the rights to Harry Potter to this game studio. If it fails, she doesn't lose anything. The game studio does. If it succeeds, she gets royalties and makes money. That's how the rich stay rich. Hate only propagates more hate. The billionaire with a mold infestation in her home. Want to buy more streamers like Vex? Supportive husband-wife duo in Peak Entertainment? Are you communicating with other chat? Some of the other stuff you were responding to doesn't appear in this one. I'm sorry, I'm just catching up. Normally I'm pretty caught up, but sometimes I'll go on a rant for like 5-10 minutes and be like, okay, I need to catch up. I see you were trying to change the topic. My main point was I like Yuland. Idol culture sucks. I really hope that healthy relationships end up being more accepted for streamers. It's nice seeing...
I mean, it's not, It's not a, what do you call it? It's not no risk, it's risk mitigation. That's...
I guess, but in that regard, it was very low risk for her.
Because, like, yeah, low risk for her, but high risk for the game company that's fucking dead now.
Oh, no,
Holy
nobody
shit.
cares about them. We're only talking about her
Yeah,
risk.
but, like... But the jobs, Hewlett. The jobs.
What does that have to do with her? If that studio
Yeah,
fails
that's what
and
I'm
they
talking
all
about.
lose
It's
their
risk
job,
mitigation.
what
It's
is their
not-
risk to her?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's no risk.
We will. It's not no risk. it's
Yes, it
really
literally is
risk.
Pixel. What are you saying?
What? I'm saying that
For
the
Rowling,
scenario's risk mitigation.
For
Rowling, there's
Rowling-
no risk.
there's no risk. That's the only thing that matters for her. We're not talking about them. Just her. I swear to God, if
I'm
you
with you.
say, well, it's not no risk.
I'm literally agreeing with you.
I believe so, but you were wording it like you weren't. I thought Rowling got little to no support from the game. I mean, so at one point somebody said they did, right? I'm pretty sure she just signed off on it and, like, let them do their thing. I don't think she had much of a, like, hey, I want it this way, I want this done this way. They had a trans character, so, like, I don't think she had too much input. I'd have to go look again. If she got a percent of the profits, then that sucks. But I don't know if she did. Maybe she sold her rights. Doesn't go to her, I don't know. She still gets royalties on Harry Potter. In either case, I'm not going to let that bitch ruin my experience. I just wanted to get immersed in the magic of Hogwarts and enjoy that. Exactly. And that's how it should be. Totally fine. If anybody has a problem with you for playing Hogwarts Legacy like that, fuck them. They're just being a hater. And I understand being a hater to Rowling. I fucking am. But, like, I want that directed at Rowling. It feels wrong to be like, Crush and Core played the Hogwarts Legacy game, and that probably gave Rowling some money. You're a piece of shit, Crush and Core! Like, that's not how it works. That's not how it should ever be. Hey, there's Fausto again. As they say, though, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. Ludicrously hard to even exist without financially benefiting someone against your beliefs in some way. Yeah. Fausto's on a bike. Yeah, under capitalism, there's just everything. I need you to stop, Pixel.
I can't even pat IC anymore.
Yes!
This is literally 1984.
Yes, you can't, because you're, like, loudly clicking a pen next to my ear, just click, 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 but it's boop, 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 boop. It's just for a minute straight.
1984.
Wait, someone has a problem with you playing Hogwarts. We should fuck them? Christian, you are terrible for playing Hogwarts, you monster! Oi, oi, oi. Yeah,
Where's my...
The problem with J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter is that it has a lot of trans-positive messaging. It has a lot of, like, you don't feel right, you don't fit in, you're not what you thought you were born this way and trying to be pushed into a mold, and there are things you can do to change yourself and be more happy. The whole thing is almost a trans allegory. And then she comes out and she's just like, what? No, it ain't. Fuck trans people. And it's like, what? How do you accidentally write that many trans positive messages in your series and then just turn on it? That's why, like, trans people are so frustrated with her. I'm waiting for my Quest 3 to be delivered today. That's exciting. Well, my first experience in VR. Got the 512 GB one. Hopefully not delayed again. Just sucks my arm is hurt and can't play some of the games I want. Gotta let it heal. So I'll play, do easy stuff like VR chat. I will tell you right now, ease into, like, fast motion stuff. So, like, if you get
Or
on
just
VR
put
chat,
that first into it, yeah.
stay off the jetpacks, stay off the rides. If there's anything that's like, oh, you can ride a horse, just don't do that. Haven't played VR chat in years though, huh? Did you play it in like a VR headset before or like on desktop? Because I know so many people, they get a headset, they get on VR chat, and I've never even tried VR. Okay. They stick to low motion stuff. There's a there's a lot of things you can do that will just absolutely annihilate you. The very first time I played VR chat, there was a Final Fantasy themed adventure world called Luxarian that had just come out. And as part of it, there was a field full of chocobos. And you could actually get on a chocobo and ride around this field. Which is exactly what I did. I rode around the chocobos for like an hour. Hi, Potato. And like, I rode around the chocobos for an hour, day one. And because of that, I had to then lay down on the floor, concentrating on not throwing up. Because it was just so... I was so motion sick from that. We mentioned full in these videos. This is literally a video that has full in it. There he go. Where's my mouse? There it is.
It's full of full.
It's... I don't know about that one. Oh god, I feel like I have an eyelash in my left eye. I think I got it. Given her tendency to just say weird shit about about what she intended, the J.K. Rowling who wrote those books initially and the J.K. Rowling of today might as well be different people. Yeah, it seems like she got addicted to just saying weird shit. At some point she was just like, yo, Gandalf is gay, and Hermione Granger, she was black the whole time, and it's like, okay, those are fine things. I'm absolutely down with that. But it's weird to, like, have your marketing and everything, like, push not that way, and then be like, actually, it was this the whole time. Gotcha. It was just like, it was just being weird and different for shock value. This fucking eyelash is driving me nuts in my left eye. And did you look at the time? I can't while I'm staring. I think it's time for me to go to bed. Can anyone tell me if it's time so I don't have to look away? For me, it's 10:33. You can do that conversion, Smile, because you were looking at that conversion earlier. That said, I heard you can build up tolerance with it over time. If it negatively affects you, yes, you can. I actually had a friend who would get really bad migraines from VR. And we all told him to fucking stop. The migraines are not worth it. But he pushed through it for like 3 or 4 months. And he got to a point where he stopped getting migraines. Ryan Chocobo makes me sick as someone with nearly 7k VR hours clocked. Oh my god. Just need to stop when feeling icky and take a break, not power through it. So I heard, yeah, and it's not even like, oh, I feel icky. It's like, I have the signs that I'm going to feel icky. I have the like, oh, my stomach feels weird. Not bad, but weird. It's going to feel bad if I keep going. But hopefully I never experienced anything like that. I got motion sick the one time, and other than that, I haven't had any VR problems. I got on a month-ish ago, and it felt really cringe how people now mod Public World and ask your date of birth and shit and can kick you. I miss the good old days. Public Worlds are constantly changing and very different. I've never been somebody who spends a lot of time in Public Worlds. I do have friends that spend a lot of time in Public Worlds, and they say it's great. But I live in private worlds, and for me, VR chat has, like, never been better. I'm fucking thriving in VR chat right now. I can actually get on and, like, see a group of people, join them, and have fun. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, beach episode tax paid? Hell yeah. I was doing your daylight savings conversions, not my bad conversions. Okay, good night. Sleep well, smile. Bad luck that my arm is hurt, though. I really want to try Asgard's Wrath too, etc. But I can't swing a sword with it like this. Just gotta be chill while it gets better. Yeah, and it'll be good to have discipline, right? It'll be good to, like, let it heal. You don't want to hurt yourself. It's not going anywhere. You've got your headset now. So it's not like, you know, you could only play it this weekend, right? You've got it. As soon as your arm's better, it's right there for you. I should spend more time in public game lobbies. Hopefully gets well soon. That game looks super fun. I have literally only used my headset for VR chat. I have Beat Saber. Never played it. There was a VR game that looked interesting to me. We saw a trailer for it recently. It was called something Pinatas. Does somebody remember the name of that? It had Pinatas in it. It was like a horde survival game, but you're fighting Pinatas. And it was co-op and in VR. Blade and Sorcery? Maybe going into easy stuff like VR chat will be a good way to ease into VR? Yeah. What zone was this? Reaper's Coast? No, this is Sparkfly Fen. Blade and Sorcery is really good. VR is in a weird state right now. Because there's like 5 VR games. And then like 87 VR tech demos. Right now it is a game that like, or a console, not a console, but a platform that just, people haven't made full games for it yet. You've got a few things. You've got Beat Saber. You've got Audica. You've got, Half-Life Alyx. I think there was a Rick and Morty game. But the amount of, like, hey, this is a full VR game with, like, a full story, characters, unique combat, and then there's just hundreds of, like, tech demos. Like, Bar Simulator, Gas Station Clerk Simulator, Stack the whatever type of game, I don't know. There's just so many games where it's like, we're trying this gimmick and we're showing what VR can do, but it's not like a game you're gonna talk about in 10 years like, oh my god, when this moment in the story happened, I fucking bawled my eyes out. You're not gonna fucking have that at most of the stuff for what's available on VR. It makes me question my morality. I think the best thing I've seen with Blade and Sorcery... No, it wasn't Blade and Sorcery. It was, what was the bone game? The physics game that's got, like, bones in the name. It was the... She was like, honey, are you coming to bed? And
Boneworks.
Boneworks. She goes down to the living room, and she sees her husband just... And she looks at the screen, because she can see what he's seeing on the screen. And her husband is just holding a guy's head and pushing it into a wall of spikes. Just thump, 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 thump. And she's just like, guys, is my husband a fucking psychopath? Is he actually a serial killer and he's gonna murder me someday? Some good games we'll be wanting to try. Asgard's Wrath 2. The new Metro Awakening game coming in November. The Batman Arkham Shadows that's bundled with the quest I got. The Star Wars games on Meta. Saints and Sinners. Asgard's Wrath 2, the quest exclusive RPG. It's like 130 plus hours of content. That'll be good. It's a game, so violence is Blade and Sorcery. It's just stress relief. Decent story, big world, etc. Looks cool. Bone Lab ended up being a tech demo encouraging people to make Gmod-like content. Half-Life 2 as a VR mod, highly recommend. How it does a recap of the first game at the start, which is good. First game you needed PC. Bone Lab, Boneworks, Bone Lab, Boneworks, Bone Lab, Bone Lab. I always forget which one is which. A friend of mine was actually a part of the team that worked on the game. Oh, hell yeah. They did good? Hmm. We're at 3.2 miles. What's another story I have for you guys? I saw a scientist, and he's like, hey guys, so there's a lot of problems with Earth right now. Got a lot of climate change. We've got a lot of species facing extinction. What do you guys think of the concept of Noah's Ark to preserve species? But instead of on the ocean, it goes on the moon. So we would save genetic samples on a moon base. Up on the moon. And I'm like, that's the fucking stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, we already have
Not
something like that. There is a seed depository in Norway that tries to store every single seed, or at least a collection of them, in existence to preserve all species of seeds for trees and flowers and plants and all that.
Including Yuan seed.
Well, no, it does not include Yuan seed. And like, what is the point of doing something like this on the moon? Like, that's so difficult to get to. Just do it in a place like Norway. I understand the thought process of like, well, it would be safe from war there. But like, there'd be so many things that could go wrong in space. And just the level of effort that it takes going back and forth from it is such a waste.
Just do it in Switzerland then.
Basically, yes.
There's like no war in Switzerland.
Isn't that team now working on Portal VR mod? Woohoo, 3.2 miles, you got this, Ian. Have you tried Duke's third 3D Cinema World? I was looking at some stuff for VR chat. Is all 3D movies to watch in 3D? I haven't. I actually don't watch many movies at all. Stress level 0, I don't know. I might have to try that out. We should build an ark in a location that supports no life. Brain. Yeah, Titan A.
You watched, Wait, were you there for the Hardcore Civilization Part 2?
No.
That's a
I came in toward the second half and I muted it because I didn't see the first half. That said, I'm sure using stuff like Skybox or whatever it's called is better quality. I think it lets you watch in 8K plus L, even 360-degree videos. I think Elon would rather take the seats than give them. Big Screen was another app I heard about. Free, I think. Which I think you can invite people to, change environments. I see Big Screen and I think Big Screen VR. Which, every fucking day,
and beyond.
That headset looks more and more desirable. Yeah, they made an app first. Oh. Water.
Water.
They made an app first, then they made a headset. The app is pretty sweet, basically like Popcorn Palace. Hell yeah. That's cool. I've never heard of the app before. I don't know. I'm so bad with movies. I actually saw somebody joking about it on Reddit. They were like, binge watch 8 20-minute anime episodes all in succession over 160 minutes. And it's the, you know, the guy doing the double finger guns. And that's watch an anime movie that's 160 minutes long. And it's the fucking furrowed eyebrows like, what the fuck? Cough cough downloads movie. Cough cough transfers request. Cough cough watches. Someone say something? Watching Gravity in 3D on Skybox and 8K would be lit. Or something else. What else is there? My dad set off the alarm at 6 a.m. Oh yeah, there was news with Nintendo. I played Big Screen once and I found a bunch of people watching cops and just making fun of everything. I heard Big Screen was good. Quality on Skybox is better, I think. But like 4K or 8K, it's like both are good. Can you even detect a difference at that point? Big screen is free too. Yeah, it's hard to argue with free. I can't. My eyes suck. My eyes suck. Honestly, the Vive Pro is usually good enough for me. Every now and then I'll like be able to stare at something that has really high contrast between two things, and I'm like, oh, I can see the pixels there. But like usually things are pretty good looking in the Vive Pro for me. Doesn't allow 360-degree video. Skybox does. I'm gonna double check. That's the name though. I think it is. So in Japan, there is a Nintendo museum. And in the Nintendo museum, they actually had like a no photography section where they were showing stuff for upcoming titles. It was things that were like, you know, this game isn't out yet. It's in the works. You're not allowed to take photos here. Hi, Dehi. Hello, Wind Waker. Well, apparently some tourists from outside of Japan took pictures, posted them on Twitter, and everybody in Japan is mad about it because, like, these fucking tourists again. And it's like, dude, it really is the fucking tourists. I don't know what it is about Japan. Tourists just cannot behave there. Skybox VR video player, $10. That's cheap. I think I get it. By the way, Elon, did you see here that Valve finally fixed Blue Scout's pants color after 17 years? I didn't know there was a problem with Blue Scout's pants color. What was the issue? Hello, Wind Waker. Can also change environment in it, like big screen? I'm not sure if you can invite people, though. I think only big screen lets you invite people to watch stuff together in a theater. Whatever other environments it has. Because they do shit that expects people to not be shitty, and people outside of Japan are shitty? Yeah, but like, the stuff they're shitty with is inexcusable in my eyes. It was using the red team color palette all this time with the slight tint. Oh. Huh. It's, have you tried the Quest Games Optimizer? No, I've never done anything with a Quest, so like, I've literally only done VR chat. Supposed to make games look nicer. I remember when I learned about how shitty tourists were in Japan. There was a district. It was like the red light district, where you're not allowed, like tourists just aren't allowed there. And it was an area where a lot of entertainers, like geishas, this was basically intended to be an outdoor hallway for them to go to and from work without getting harassed by tourists. And I remember seeing this woman who was like in this area where she wasn't allowed to be, and she was just walking in front of this geisha and trying to block her. She kept trying to like get in front of her, take pictures, and stopped so that like the woman would stop and, you know, take pictures. The woman kept trying to like walk around her. The woman in this geisha, this poor woman is just like, I'm literally just trying to walk here. You're essentially harassing me. What the fuck? And a lot of people are like, hey, what the fuck is this woman doing? And it was like, it was just wild that this tourist just would harass this woman to take a picture of her. And like, to me, that's fucking wild. Taking a picture at all of somebody without asking is like rude as hell. But to like try and like block somebody to take a picture of them without their consent, against their will when they're clearly trying to leave, that's unhinged. That's deranged. And I remember thinking like, how do tourists get like that? And I remember seeing somebody talk about it where it's like, imagine you make $3,000 a month, and then you spend $10,000 on a trip to Japan, or a trip to Paris. You've spent a little over 3 months of your trip, of your income on this trip. You are very incentivized You're very, like, motivated to get the absolute most of the trip. You want it to be as perfect as possible because you want to justify it. You want it to be worth the money you invested into this trip. And because of this, a lot of tourists, they start feeling entitled to things. They start feeling like, oh, I spent $10,000 to go to Paris. I am owed, $10,000 worth of investment. I basically put $10,000 into this area. And it puts them in a mindset of, like, everybody is like hotel staff to them. Not just like the hotel staff at the hotel they're staying at, but also the people on the street. They start treating them with the same mentality. It's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. But it's very easy for tourists to fall into that mentality where they go to an area on a trip and they get in this mindset that everyone here is involved in the money I put in this trip. Oh, you've never done anything with Quest? What heads are you using? The Vive? Vive Pro? Yes. Geishas. Last time I went to a comedy show, they took my phone and locked it up so you couldn't film it. It's sad that they fucking have to do that sometimes. Game is finally playable. Okay, I only ever watch movies in VR chat. Because someone else makes it, wouldn't watch stuff on my own. I was doing video nights with Koyo for a little bit. We watched most of the, the Ghibli films. And that was a really good time. But, like, other than that, I don't know, I just don't watch many movies. I caught it. I caught it before the video transitioned to another one. Because we had it way loud for that one. Malcor's Leap. This video is hella short. We're gonna need another video after this one. The video is literally 14 minutes long. Tourists who think they're the center of the universe plus Japan's social cohesion culture is a poor match in times like that? Yeah, for sure. Shitty ass people versus a culture that dislikes confrontation. Who was in Paris? I don't know, just a tourist. Imagine spending 10K on a trip to France. But yeah, if you're not literally at a theme park, the locals are not there for your entertainment. I assume the Venn diagram of that type of person, people who are mean to service workers, on principle is basically a circle. That type of person, the people who are mean to service... Yeah. Oh, 100% yes. An Aussie friend made me watch an Aussie movie called Red Dog. It was pretty good. Isn't it pronounced Ghibli for Studio Ghibli? Yes, but I hate saying it that way. The correct way to say it is Ghibli like a J. But it sounds and feels so wrong. Yeah, usually in the movie world for the cuddles and then the movie second, Jif peanut butter. Cuddle decor and sometimes look at the screen. Cuddle the Kumi and sometimes see anything else in the world. Love you. Heck. Jif pronounced with the Gus sound though? Meh, tomato, tomato, haha. As they say. Yeah, so the GIF and GIF. That guy has said, like, he says it's GIF, but he doesn't really care. People can say it how they want. With peanut butter is just GIF, right? Yeah, that's literally with a J. With Ghibli, I don't know, I heard it as Ghibli for so many years. Aluminium? Well, I think they spell it differently in Europe, don't they?
Mm.
Don't they have an I in that final section in Europe? I'm the big dumb. I couldn't talk because my mic itself was muted, derp. Oh no. I
Instead of color.
have done that, Icy Fire Mage. For like 4 months, I thought my headset was broken. Turns out there's a button on the side of the Vive Pro that when you press it, your mic doesn't pick up any sound anymore. It's essentially the mute button on the headset. And I had apparently just pressed that on accident at some point and was muted for 4 months. I got on VRChat very rarely during that time. But, I'd get on every like 2 to 3 weeks. I'd be like, "Can you hear me? I can't hear you, Yulin, so I'm just going to give you head pats and, you just nod at me if you're good." Aluminium. We're gonna need a video after this one, and I'm like, please don't be a long one. Please don't be a fucking Oz Kahet. 13 Al 26.98. Hi Riddle. Hi Elin, my stir-fried potato and ham. Hi chat. 3-hour Vidya inbound. I'll be mad because we've gotten so many like 10 to 30 minute videos. This is like our 5th video today or something. Sounds like a dumb button. It's a good button when you know about it, right? It's essentially a mute button like in VRChat, but you can free up that button for something else, right? You wouldn't have to have a mute button in VRChat. You could just have a button on your mic. And like when I'm sneezing, it's way easier to hit that button than it is to hit an OBS button. My current mic doesn't have a mute button. It's an Antlion magnetized to the headset. And so when I'm sneezing, I have to click the thing in Excess Overlay on OBS. And on a treadmill, with how small it is, in VR, that's fucking hard. That's why sometimes I don't mute when I sneeze. But when it's on the headset, it's a, oh, I gotta sneeze. Every time. Never miss. Antlion, is it furry? No, it's not furry. It's a fucking brand. Did you just recite the atomic number in mass? Yeah. I see a pixel. Hi, Huntera. Hi, Senro. Unfortunately, my HS didn't make us memorize the high school, the table. Yeah. I had to memorize some of the names at one point. I had to know, like... And I've forgotten all of it. I didn't know, like, AU, AG, O, HE, H. AP Chem basically did. I had to take 3 chemistry levels. Chem 1, totally fine. Had a good teacher, she was super nice. Chem 2, awful. Just a bitch of a teacher. She was so, ugh. Chem 3, the teacher was fair, but he was harsh. It felt like if you failed, it was your fault, but it was a hard class. I wasn't good at chem anyway. I have a general idea where the elements are, but can't recite them perfectly? Yeah. Hope Loaf is streaming today? That's roasting for breaking my streak. Oh no. Rows and categories. Man, they should let robot teach kids about chemical. I think our education is... I think our education levels have gone down with trying to automate a lot of stuff and having like shit, what was it? Zoom schooling? I don't know if that works super well, Riddle. It's ideal. The problem is like everybody learns differently, right? And I think the best thing for education would be like identifying each individual how they learn and sending them to a type of learning process that caters to them. Imagine a hot AI teacher. I returned, what have I missed? We were talking about chemistry. We were talking about how I was muted for 4 months because I didn't know the Vive Pro had a mute button on the earphone. Smaller classroom sizes help. Hi, love. Well, so here's the thing. Smaller classroom sizes don't help everybody. I'm sure they help a lot of people. But for me, The actual classroom doesn't do anything. The best thing for me was reading the textbook. If I just read the fucking textbook, I'd get a 95 or higher on all the quizzes and tests. I just needed to read it once. Now, getting me to focus on the textbook, getting me to be interested in the textbook and actually read it, that was the hard part. But once I was able to get that and force myself to do that, I was a straight A student. My junior and senior year of college, I would always put a 1 hour to 2 hour break between my classes. So if I had 3 classes, I would like do 2 classes, hour break, third class. Or I think I did like 1 class, 2 hour break, 1 class. And I would just go to my car and read the textbook in the car. That forcing me to take that break and have nothing to do but read, I started doing really well in school and destroyed all of my tests. That's too much money, Elon. Not undoable, but costs too much. Like a 0.1% cost? Okay, sweetie. Everything else is just lecture and blind obedience? Yeah. I hate it when, like, when a teacher just reads from the textbook and it's like, the idea of teaching should be, we read the book, and then you supplement any information. I would prefer it's just a class is like, hey, just read the fucking book right now, and if you have any questions, ask me. That would be the best classroom setting for me. I had a Jeep with a covered trunk, and I had a sleeping bag in the back, in between class naps. You know what really pissed me off, Cairo? I would read the textbook, and if I got through all my reading, I would set an alarm, and I would take a nap in the car. I would, be in the front seat, angle the seat down so it was, reclining, and then I would take a nap. And every fucking day, every single time without fail, the campus police would wake me up. They'd, knock on the window. I'd wake up, open the door, and be like, what's up? And they're like, you good in there? And I was like, I was, and then you woke me up. And they'd be like, oh, you don't need to be sassy with me, young man. Looks like you were smoking weed, and we don't allow that on campus. I was like, what? The windows would fog up because it would be cold outside.
On the Zaza.
It'd be cold outside, and just my body heat would, like, fog up the windows. So they would always see me as, like, fucking hotboxing. And they'd, like, knock on the windows, wake me up, and be like, you're in big trouble, Buster. I don't smell any weed. And I'm, like, waking up, like, what's wrong? I'm awake, and they're like, oh, this idiot kid was just sleeping in his car. He made me think he was smoking weed. How dare he? And they'd be, like, mad at me. And, like, they did it every time. It was the same fucking security offers. They knew. They fucking knew it was gonna be me. Every time, and they'd wake me up. Oh, God, I'd get so mad. I just hate lecturing. I don't hear most of it. Need hands-on? Really, Octomage? I can get hands-on with you. Welcome to all my college classes. Hello, Cairo. Hi, Cairo the sweet bunny. Hello. 4.2 miles. People wake you up, huh? Dude, every fucking time. How the fuck you doing the Zaza weedlin'? I've never done weed in my life. Oh boy, now's my chance to bust a weed smoker. Oh. I swear I'm gonna catch him someday. What I hate the most is this line. Well, kids, I have a diploma and you need one. It's not my problem if you fail. Huh? I see a pixel. Woohoo, 4.2 miles. You're doing great, Eli. We've got a fucking toss-up right now. Do we get a long video or do we get a short one? Worst case scenario, we get like Mechagon or the Golden Saucer. If we get a 10-minute video, that's not enough to get us to 5 miles. And we could potentially then be at like 4.8 or 4.9 miles. And then get a long video. I think I would cry. There's full. Clearing the way for me. I hated recording in Guild Wars. This zone was so fucking ass. This game was so fucking ass to record in. Just so many mobs on every single walking path. No permanent stealth. No way to just deal with it. They didn't have fully looped music. Hated it. This video ends... I'm actually not sure if it ends at this altar. I think we might actually go a little bit longer. It's been so long since we recorded this one. Man, after this patch, I will not pull for any Natlan character. Oh no. That one girl is so fucking annoying, Riddle. Her name's like Sitlati or something?
Sitlali? Yeah.
It doesn't. What is that? Jesus Christ! What? Ow!
Get down.
Holy sh... My bad, everyone. What the fuck was that? Oh my god.
Rip ears. Oh, my 3D print is done.
Nice. That was so fucking loud. And it wasn't just loud, that was like... the worst fucking sound possible. Holy shit. Okay. It was a 55-minute video. That's gonna put us at like 6 miles. That's good. Euland, I'm staring at your butt. Hell yeah. My ears a little mouth. Get Lolly's vest. Sit Lolly. Yeah. It wasn't that bad. Dude, it was awful for me. It was like I stuck my head inside of a bell and it was rung. Earhole assault. Extremely loud, incorrect buzzer type beat. High Potato, High North Prince, High Octomage. Tuning fork attack. Literally a giant tuning fork attack. I don't know if we've ever had like a way too dank moment that bad. We had one with Lahi. We had one where I had turned the sound way down, and then the next video is the Raktika Greatwood in Final Fantasy with Lahi, and it was like, oh god. Gooning fork attack. Good thing I'm never at full volume. Here's the thing. My audio levels are all over the place. I need to redo a lot of the videos, sadly. I think the BDO ones are fairly at good levels where I want them. A lot of the WoW zones, I'd say most of them are too quiet and have to be turned up. And then some of them toward the end are at good levels and can be left alone. I'd say all of the Final Fantasy videos need to be redone, except for the last 2 expansions. Lahi. Every Star Wars video has good sound, except for Hutta. I don't think I'm gonna redo it though. Guild Wars are typically too quiet. All the Guild Wars videos are too quiet. But I just don't care to redo those. That Lolly is healing. We didn't get a mate. What the fuck? Can you say I'm like a better character? Like, can I be March 7th? Or 17th, whatever March is from Honkai Star Rail? She's way prettier and like, her personality is way better. That Lolly is like, let me just yell at everyone. Euland is Barack Obama. The best you can get is Ajaw? No. How dare you? But Euland, you are pretty. That's why I want to be like a pretty character from Genshin. You know, if I'm pretty, I want to be the fucking anger grandma. Oh, that one girl reading the entire time? Yeah, that's Sit Lolly, Senril. And like, oh my god. Every time I like pay attention to what Cora's doing in the Genshin story, she's just yelling. She's just yelling at her grandson. It's like, chill the fuck out. Oh my god. I was only half paying attention. Oh, yeah, same. And anytime I, like, actually looked over, she was yelling. Oh, you can be Lisa? She's lazy? I would not mind being Lisa. Lisa do be hot as fuck. Lisa was the, like, the OG, boomer bait of Genshin. We're gonna play VR chat with Core later. I should really record some in Star Wars. I really need to do that a bit. I want to be productive and do something extra aside from recording, and commissioning emotes from Maple will be something I can do. Honestly, that's something that takes 5 minutes. I literally just look at my spreadsheet, be like, these 5, message Maple and be like, I would like to commission you. Do you have slots open? And she will either message me right away or, you know, in the next few days. But literally, I just have to send that message of, I would like to commission you, I have decided which emotes. Still recording Star Wars? Yeah, I really haven't made much progress in the last 5 days. I have 5 more zones to do. Anytime I finish a video, that's like the first thing we do the next day. So when I finish Alderaan, we'll watch Alderaan the next day. That's actually how I, like, check these videos for quality. Oh, actually, I should have... I didn't do that with a beach video. Oh, wait, I haven't edited that beach video. Never mind. We should have checked the video quality yesterday, but I haven't uploaded it yet. But we should have checked the Dragonflight beaches. Yeah, I still need to record the second half of Alderaan. I need to record Quesh. I need to record Hoth. Hoth will be fucking giant. I need to record Voss. I need to record Corellia. I think those are the remaining zones of Star Wars. We'll see how easy it is to level up and do, like, expansion zones. But that'll be months from now. That'll be like, hey, I'm coming back to Star Wars. I saw a very depressing video, guys. It was a doggy daycare. And in this doggy daycare, they, you know, have this yard full of dog toys and little obstacle courses, and it's got, like, turf grass, and all these dogs run around and play at this doggy daycare. Well, they have a closing time, right? Everybody comes and picks up their dogs. And, you know, if you remember that pain of being the last kid picked for basketball in PE, apparently dogs get that too. And so this video that I saw, it was like, what it's like to be the last dog picked up from doggy daycare. And, like, it's just this empty yard at a dog daycare. And there's just a golden retriever sitting there alone. Well, I say alone. He's got one of the attendants with him, like, petting him and hugging him. But he looks so sad. He looks so depressed that all the other dogs that he was having fun with have been picked up and gone home. And this golden retriever is just there, like, the last dog. And it's like, dude, that's so fucking sad. This poor attendant is, like, trying to comfort him, like, there, buddy, it's gonna be okay. Your mom's gonna come pick you up any minute, and you'll be excited to see her, and you'll be back here tomorrow. And this golden retriever is just like, Like just crying, like pouting as a dog. It's like, holy shit. Every now and then you see a video of like an animal that's really not that bad, right? Nobody's getting hurt in this video. But it's just like, oh, you poor baby. That's, yeah. I saw two really depressing things this morning. One was the dog daycare thing, you know, the last dog to be picked up. The other one was a manga. I don't know if this is an official manga or if it's like a fan-made 4-shot panel. But it's a the first panel is a girl, and she's like, "Hey bro, let's play basketball today. I want to grow big and tall so that I can beat you one day." And you know, the brother's like, "All right, well, make sure you drink lots of your milk, because you need calcium to grow." And then the second panel is it's the same girl and she's older, but she's like, "Oh, I'd love to play basketball with you today. Well, for as long as I can. The doctor says I can't really play that much anymore. But you know, I really want to play basketball with you, bro." And he's like, "Okay, but don't push it too hard." The third picture, the girl's in a wheelchair. And she's like, "Hey, maybe if I can stay up for longer, we can watch a basketball movie together. You know, just like the old times, right?" And then, like, the fourth panel is, like, the obituary picture. Like this girl had a degenerative disease and, you know, just wasn't meant to live long. And, like, this is just a 4-shot manga scene posted on the fucking anime subreddit. And everybody in the comments was like, "Who the fuck made this? This is the first thing I saw today and I'm depressed. Fuck you." Yes, Eland is Lisa Pill. Me when I'm in VR chat. And a friend I'm with has their friend show up and they forget about me. Oh no. Eggland? 4-shot panel, they call that 1-shot? Mine was Steve Toy with my emotions. I love being sad. I hate being sad. I see stories like that and I'm just like, man, can we make this happy at the end? Can we have a happy ending? I don't mind feeling sad at some point in the story, but don't end it sad. Fuck you. I fucking hate it. I'd rather be sad than scared, but still fuck you. Reality makes me sad enough already. I don't mind feeling sad, but I don't want to stay sad. If I see something where, like, it's sad, and then there's no resolution, that's where it ends off, I dislike that. But if it's like, hey, this is sad, but here's how it turns around and gets happy, I like that. I've experienced being the last person I go exploring. Maybe it's a trauma that I like exploring. Oh no. This was one of my favorite zones in Wrath of the Lich King. I have not been to this zone in like 10 fucking years. Except for very sparingly for like some of the holidays. Like I think it was here recently for I think the Easter holiday? No, the Midsummer Fire Festival I came here. I came here, I was like, holy shit, I forgot this was a zone. But back when Wrath of the Lich King was current, you know, 15 years ago, I love this zone. I spent a lot of time farming here. Back in Wrath of the Lich King, they added the motorcycle mount. And this was a big deal, because this was like a motorcycle. It was not very fitting for the aesthetic of WoW. It was still like gnomish engineering. It was still like kind of like, oh, there's a reason you could have this. But it was like, you know, everyone else is running around on horses and then you'd see somebody in a motorcycle. It cost 12,000 gold to make. For all the materials to make it, you need 12,000, which was a lot of gold back then. I remember flying around this zone and just mining. Just mining over and over and over.
Hey, bud.
And prospecting the ore. Hi. Cutting the gems and selling them. I was a miner jewel crafter on my death knight. And I just spent tens of hours flying circles around this zone. I still can't get over what my dad did this morning with fucking setting off the alarm. And then me, like, being like, oh god, is there a burglar in the house? Oh god. Oh god. Hey, Yulin! I was just watching the weather. The storm's pretty neat. Yeah? Okay, dude. Ashes of Creation. The Alpha 2 has started for Ashes of Creation. This is an MMO that, God, I am so fucking excited for. Aspergling? Their Alpha 2 has been in the works for like a year now. Or at least people have been talking about it. Hi, Violet. They have... Of their 8 classes, 6 are playable. But you can't do any off-specs. So the way Ashes of Creation works is they have 8 classes, and then at a certain level, like 10 or 20, you pick a sub-spec, or a subclass. And so they have Fighter, Mage, Rogue, Hunter, Cleric, Tank, Summoner, and Ranger? Did I say Ranger? Hold on. Fighter, Mage.
I think you said Ranger.
Ranger, Rogue. I didn't say Bard. I said Ranger twice, I didn't say Bard.
Yeah.
Fighter, Mage, Ranger, Rogue, Bard, Summoner, Cleric,
Mage.
Tank. You said Ranger? Summoner and Rogue are not in the game yet. You cannot play as those. But so, like, there's 64 combinations. You could play a fighter, and then you could play a mage, and that would make you a spell sword. Or you could play a fighter and then pick summoner, and that makes you a phantom blade. You could also just play fighter, and that makes you like berserker. Ranger rogue? You can play ranger rogue. You could also play rogue ranger. And it's going to change how the class works. So like let's say you let's say you pick fighter. If you pick fighter, you'll have a move called charge, which is like you charge the enemy and shoulder tackle them. But let's say you pick fighter mage, instead of charge you would have blink. You teleport forward and that does damage when you arrive. Or you could play fighter rogue and this teleports you forward and then stealths you. Things like that are going to be the differences in the classes. Anything that starts with cleric will be a healer, and anything that starts with tank will be a tank role. So if you play like cleric summoner, you're a healer. If you play cleric, you're a healer. If you play fighter tank, no, if you play tank fighter, you're a tank. But if you play fighter tank, you're a DPS. What the fuck is that game? It's called Ashes of Creation. It's gonna be an MMO like World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy. But it's very ambitious. They recently redid their website. So they've got a brand spanking fancy schmancy new website that shows all these classes and a lot of their combinations. So Star Citizen 2, not even remotely close to Star Citizen 2. No. What if I want to be an attack helicopter? You can kind of be that because fighter's going to have a big whirlwind attack. So you can have a big fucking swoosh, swoosh, swoosh attack. Hell yeah. They also showed the 9 races. Can I be a noodle? I don't think you can be Noodle. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. The 9 races, there's 4 base races. And then each one has like 2 subversions. So they've got humans, dwarves, elves, and orcs. And each of those has a different flavor. Wait, this game has 9 races? Races! Species! Oh my god, you guys. Count me out. You're a yummy noodle. I swear to god, you guys. The first one is humans. You're gonna have standard humans, which are like, yay, we are human. And then you're going to have, they're kind of like Gerudo humans, which are gonna be like desert themed, and they're going to have like, common ancestry with Jinn, so like genies. And so they're going to have like a form that's like more like blue-skinned and astral looking. They kind of look like the one group from Destiny 2 with like the blue skin and like the flowy light on them. What if I want to be a booty hunter? A booty mage. Well, you would pick a hunter and a mage, or one of those, and put booty in your name. Sorry, I'm listening. Eland even said good taste. God, imagine choosing to be human. I understand choosing to be human, because there's a lot of people that want to put themselves in a game, right? When you make a character that looks just like you, there's a vibe to that. Hi, Nick. Do I see the cute and adorable you and Ice Fire and Pixel? That is exactly who you see, Nick. Desert human? Ew, home. They call awoken? Yeah.
Hi.
The elves were boring. You could either be, like, fancy high elves with, like, a bunch of gold and just, like, we're fancy. Or you can be wood elves. It's like, yep, we're you know, we put leaves in our hair. Woke human. The dwarves were really interesting. So you had 2 flavors of dwarves. One is your standard dwarf. They live underground. They like blacksmithing and metalworking and, you know, that sort of shit. They like heavy armor, beards. The other type of dwarf was like more island faring. They had heavy Maui inspiration. So they like had a lot of the Maori tattoos and a lot of the like piercings that you would see with that culture. And it's like seeing dwarves in this like interpretation is like, oh, I've never fucking seen that before. That's kind of fucking rad. Woke human point. Why is Pixel so very cute? Effort, dedication, personality, mannerisms, discipline. Pixel. Elf are not boring.
Lack of discipline.
They are needed to keep the orcs and goblin population. They didn't do anything special with the orcs, is why I'm saying boring. Mannerisms? Yeah. Pixel has some mannerisms that are kind of fucking cute. Like when he falls asleep in the middle of a conversation. Or when he comes back and he's like, oh, are you guys talking about elves? Dude, I saw an elf doujin recently and we're like, we're talking about elves in video games, man. What the fuck? You know, something like that. What are manners? Mannerisms. Icy is very huggable. The orcs. So this was the most interesting one to me. They had 2 flavors of orcs. They had one orc that was very lanky. They're smaller, kind of lanky. They look like goblins. Hi, Archangel. Hi, Kyo. They look like a combination of goblins and trolls from World of Warcraft. That's probably the one I'm going to be. They kind of seemed like forest trolls and very like jungle theming. And then the other type of orc, body-wise, this is what you would expect more with orcs. Just brick shithouse, wall of muscle. But here's what was really interesting. They have Japanese theming. I've never fucking seen that in a game. Just imagine... Well, no, I kind of have. World of Warcraft did it a little bit with the Blade Masters. But just imagine, like, a whole orc society with, like, feudal Japan theming. That's kind of fucking cool. And so, those are the 8 base races with each of them having the 2 like sub races. And then there's the Tolnar. So when Ashes of Creation did their Kickstarter, if they hit like one of their goals, they would add this 9th race, which were like beast people, and they added them. Did they call Japanese orcs based? I don't think they called them based. But yeah, the 9th race was these beast people called the Tolnar. 8 base races. Riddle, what are you talking about? You're just saying things. I don't know. I'm very excited for Ashes of Creation. Based off of what? I'm so excited for Ashes of Creation. Every time I see one of Narc's fucking videos, I get so hyped, and then I have to remind myself, calm down. Calm down. It's so far off until we get to play this game. I would love for it to come out next year, but I don't think that's happening. They're making progress, though. We're at 5.3. I think I said we were going to end around 6.
Yeah, you promised me 6, you know.
I did not promise you 6. That was not a thing that happened.
I wasn't talking about miles.
Okay, I still didn't promise you 6.
So sad.
Hi, Farisu. So you weren't here yesterday, Farisu. But we were talking about Wind Waker. Because the day before I had finished Wind Waker, right? And I was like, holy shit, guys, this is crazy. When I finished Ocarina of Time, my opinion of Ocarina of Time went up. When I finished Wind Waker, I think my opinion of Wind Waker went down. I still think the side content is like top tier for Wind Waker. I think the open world is top tier for Wind Waker. And I think the aesthetics and personality of Wind Waker is top tier. I still think it's like a 9 out of 10 game. But like, I think the dungeons were really lacking in it. It had 5 like standard formal, yes, this is a dungeon. And then it had 2 or 3, depends on how many times you count the Forsaken Fortress, because you go there twice. Kind of dungeons? You go Forsaken Fortress, Dragon Roost Island, the Deku Tree Island Forest, and then, Tower of the Gods, Dark Fortress, Earth Temple, Wind Temple, Hyrule Castle. Hyrule Castle's barely a dungeon. It's literally just like more of a boss rush and 4 short puzzles. The Dark Fortress the first time is like you're just here to be here. The second time it's really close to a dungeon, but it's still not quite one. You basically go right to you fight Phantom Ganon, and then you go right to the bird and fight that, and then just whatever. The other 5, these are full-fledged dungeons. 2 of them are escort quests, which is like, hang on. And one of them feels like tutorial dungeon? I don't know. Dragon Roost Island is really not that hard. And so, like, I don't know. I feel like that's just a really low amount of dungeons. And 2 of them are fucking escorts. Also theming, 2 of them are fucking plant jungle themed. What? Why didn't they get a different theme when they already have so few dungeons? How are the sweet dark princess doing? Eepy? The style puts it down to a 3 out of 10 in my opinion. I get it. I understand it. I just hated Octomage. I just want you to like change your mind on that so bad. Because I love the style. I think it's so cute and fitting. And anytime Link picks up an item and you see his expression, whether he likes it or hates it, is so endearing. Like, the first chest you open is the hero's tunic. It's the green outfit. And his face is just scrunched up with nothing but pure disdain. He's just like, man, I just fucking don't want to open this. When I get his face. It's just like... You guys can probably hear the bloop, bloop, bloop. My face is kind of being weird. Do the thing. Is it this one? I'm trying to lock my face to an expression I actually have. When you open up the chest, and get the hero tunic, and Link is just looking at you like... It's so good. It's so fitting. I'm locking my expressions and turning my mirror off.
Lock in, Yulin.
I'm locked in. EP is good. Get all the EP. When I get his face... I like Phantom Ganon's design and would make her very popular. I think that's the best version of Phantom Ganon. There's a really good get item in Phantom Hourglass. I don't think I play Zelda to experience something cute, but maybe I could. Here's what I was saying, Frisu. I really wish they made a way to, like, make the items that you get from the monsters permanent. So, like, I wish when you got the stick from the Bokoblins, you just had that stick. And then you got the spear, you had that. And then you got the Darknut Blade, you had that. And then when you got Phantom Ganon's sword, you had that. I feel like there should have been side quests to, like, make permanent versions of those. And, like, make it so that each of them does something useful, right? Like, being able to have the Bokoblin stick on hand would be really nice for lighting torches. And then make it so that, like, the Moblin Spear is, like, you can use that for a pole vault. And then, make it so that the Claymore is, like, I don't know. Make it so that you can cut the little, vines that stick out of the ground. You know, the thorny vines that, like, you get close and they just go... Make it so that the Claymore can cut those. And then Phantom Ganon sword, just make it kick ass. Just make that, like, the big Goron sword of the game. Yulin, did you get your $90 auction house to own the 5 million gold mount buyers? No. I did not get the, auction house mount. I don't think I will. I could afford it. I have enough gold for it, but, like, I don't farm gold. I only have, like, 1.5 million. Or gave you weapon recipes? I don't think I'd want weapon recipes. I would just, like, want permanent versions of the monster weapons. Even better would be, like, if those would be the weapons that replace the tools you got. So, like, instead of giving us, like, the hero's boomerang, maybe there would have been, like, a monster in the game that we get a boomerang from. WoW token is over 300k ATM? Yeah. Yeah. It hit 350 earlier. I saw for a brief moment that it was impossible to buy WoW tokens. I saw that, a guy was trying to buy them and he kept getting errors. It was like, sorry, we couldn't get you a WoW token at this moment. You think he will fit in a Digivice? Stonks. already sinking back down 303k. That's insane. The problem with the WoW token is that there's like limited availability, but price scales with people buying them and selling them. So it feels like it's a difficult system for it to rise in price. Speaking of Big Oron Sword, felt like a dirt because I was beating Ganon with the Big Oron Sword, forgetting until like 3 to 5 minutes in that to beat Ganon I need to have the Master Sword. And you say once I swapped he was one shot? I didn't even know that was a thing. We're at 5.7 miles. We're cruising. Actually, it's spelled Big Oron Sword. You fucking know. You fucking nerd. You know, like Big Goron? You know what was actually funny for Isu? Ganondorf whooped my fucking ass. I didn't fail, but I did not know that he just goes right past your shield. I didn't know you couldn't block him at first, and like, I was trying to parry him, and he was just like, fucking stabbing me. Like, I'm sitting there blocking, he stabs me, I'm like, oh shit, parry. He stabs me. I'm like, fuck, what is happening? I start running away, he stabs me. He just, wasted, because I only had 10 hearts, right? I didn't do a lot of side content. He absolutely shredded my first 10 hearts and activated a fairy so fucking fast. And I was like, what is happening? What the fuck just happened? Yes, that's how I will stab you. Please don't stab me like that. Please don't. Eventually I kind of just like calmed down, slowed the fight down. Oh yeah, fucking Zelda beamed me in the back of the head with a light arrow at one point. I literally, Ganondorf got too close at one point. I started running away. Zelda shoots me in the back of the head with a light arrow. Ganondorf stabs me in the back with his fucking sword. I'm like, what is wrong with you? You stupid bitch! Well, got to enchant those muffin then? Oh my goodness. I still think Wind Waker is one of the better Legend of Zelda games. I still think it's upper half, probably still top 3. But it's not as perfect as I thought it was. The Triforce of Power and Wisdom ganging up on Courage, it was fucked up. Zelda, I finally got the chance to shoot Link on his head. Oh god. I think we have this part of the walk and then one more section. I think we have like 15 more minutes. Maybe less. Which will put us quite a bit over 6, if that's true. But we're at the north. This road's gonna end in like a minute or 3. And then we start at the west side of the zone and walk across the north edge. Oh, we walk through the Proto Drakes. Anybody that played WoW, did you struggle for the Proto Drake in this zone? I got it really early. I got the green Proto Drake pretty early on in the expansion. You got it from doing dailies for the Murlocs, I believe? In the what edge? North edge. This zone is a big circle. It's a big bowl. It's actually a big basin because the zone is called Sholazar Basin. I got it within 7 days. Got the toy from the Badger Wolf thing in 3 days. You got it in 7 fucking days? Fuck you. I think I was doing dailies for them for like 2 months and then I got it. That's right, my edge. Okay. I'm fucking tired. Took me over 2 weeks to get the bear though. from the Blue Valkyr people. Frieza, 2 weeks is fast! What the fuck? It took me like 3 or 4, and I didn't know anybody else that even had it. Elin Farm, Equinox, and Warframe? Fuck no. 1, I already have Equinox. That's one of my most played Warframes. 2, no. That frame sucks to farm. Skill issue? Farmed Equinox twice? What a horrible grind. Exactly. I get it, it's 2 frames in 1, so you have to make 2 frames, but come the fuck on. Who decided? Who decided? I only have the electric starter frame. Least favorite frame to farm? Equinox is pretty up there in awful farms. Ash and Oberon are pretty obnoxious now. Caliban is pretty obnoxious. Oh, if you don't like doing Railjack stuff, what's his face? Savagoth is not a fun farm. Children and Grendel, I think those can be rough. All the drops off of 1 boss. A lot of people really hate farming Ivara, but I love spy missions, so I actually I could make like Ivara 4 times over. Now I need to farm the concrete guy. Worst is probably Citrine still? Really? I didn't find that one bad at all. I think there's stuff that's way worse than Citrine. In terms of raw time spent? Really? I got it really fast. I feel like if you got unlucky, yeah, she's pretty rough. We also didn't have to do New Oberon? Yeah. New Oberon and Ash do not look fun. I don't know. Warframes are one of those things that, like, I've gotten Warframes that I wanted, but there's a lot of them that I just never put the time into getting. And so, like, if I really wanted to up my rank, I would just go for Warframes. I would just be like, okay, what's the next one I need? Volt? Let's go farm Volt. What's the next one I need? Sevagoth? Let's go get that one. I've never done that, so there's a few Warframes I'm like, I have a vague idea how to get this. New Oberon is by far the worst Warframe to get without Duviri RNG. Some Warframe will wait for the Prime version. Well, you can't if you want Mastery rank. Which, I'm typically someone who, like, I don't give a shit about Mastery rank. I want it to be higher than other people, but I'm not gonna go through the effort of actually making it higher. I want Zaku Prime. Who asked for Sevagoth? I think Core wants Zaku Prime. I think Core mains Zaku. So she's ready for that one. I just want Nyx to not suck. I just want to be able to main my mind control Warframe. I want to be a good monster hunter, but I'm lazy and I mentally beat myself up for it. Didn't you beat Fatalis? You literally can't say that anymore. Who's Zaku? Okay, I have to ask, Riddle. Do you spell everything wrong intentionally? Like, I know English isn't your first language, and I know you're on mobile. But, like... You literally... So, Frieza just spelled it X-A-K-U. And you just spelled it Z-A-K-U. Like... Can you not see chat and you spelled it that way because you heard me say Zaku? I does have to know. Zaku is one of the strongest Warframes and best for casual content. Being able to break everything ignoring LOS is so nice. Yeah. Hot friend. If it is Zaku, it's Aku. It's X-A-K-U. It is pronounced Zaku. I'm not a huge fan of Warframe in general. But something happened to where I feel like I need to get back into it because of the thing that happened. Warframe is... I would like to say it's the best free-to-play model, but it's not. it is... Warframe's free-to-play model doesn't work. Like, by the numbers, it should not work. However, the player base loves the game so much that they make it work. If any game comes out and tries to do what Warframe does, they will fail. Because they're not going to have the player base that is buying things like Prime Packs for $100 to $200 for the sole purpose of supporting the game. The people that play Warframe and keep its numbers up, I mean, they earn the goodwill, to be honest. Yes, I do agree, they earn the goodwill. But you cannot include goodwill in a monetization model. You just can't. And so, like, 75% off discount flat. It's one of those things where, like, I feel like if a game came out, they would have to operate at a loss for like 5 years to build up goodwill to then do what Warframe does. And I just feel that would be really hard / impossible. That being said, Warframe is at a point where they have that model and they can do that. They can continue to do that. So it's working for them. But I feel like you take any other game, it's not going to work for them. Which sucks because it's such a, like, consumer-friendly model. I'd love it that every game could do that. I will say I was extremely unsatisfied with the shift from login and do whatever you want to rep daily's mandatory grind. Yeah, but I love the game. Plus it has the best combat, so I keep coming back. I feel like it's a game like RuneScape, where you have a list of like 600 tasks to do, and you gradually knock them out. It's a game where, like, okay, have you done your Duviri grind? Have you done your Thetis grind? Have you done your Solaris grind and gotten all those settings? It's a thing where, like, you can pick one thing at a time to focus on, finish that, and then move on to the next thing. I don't know. It's a collectathon game that doesn't really... I'm not a collectathon player. I want to have my setup, my favorite weapons, and my favorite frames, and I just want to use those. I like building new things and innovating new stuff. So, like, I remember seeing a bunch of slam mods and being like, I want to build a slam build. So I made a Hydron setup that just focused on spamming slam. And, that was fun. But, like, hey, I've got a new Warframe, let's level this up real quick. That's not fun to me. The point I'm at, I don't really need to interact with most of the rep systems, since I don't need to farm stuff to trade for plat. Yulin wants to slam people. Yeah? That build was really fun. I used the Arca Triton. I was Hydron. And I had the slam mods on one of the Kubros. And so every 15 seconds, I would just pull everything in within, like, 50 yards or something stupid. And I would slam them for, like, a bajillion damage. And other than that, I would just spam slam attacks and, like, CC things with tentacles. I'd, like, turn around and there'd be 50 tentacles behind me from just spamming slam. And then pull everything in and wipe it all. We're almost there. We're almost there, guys. Did they nerf the Arca Hammer? They didn't nerf the Arca Triton. They did, however, change Hydron. He's much better now. His kit is way better, but the slam build I was doing doesn't work anymore because he doesn't spawn tentacles when doing slam attacks. Now his passive is that he applies 50% corrosive armor shred to anything that he hits with any weapon. Which is better. That's like a fucking goated awesome passive. But, like, it means, like, there's no reason to play Hydron for a slam build. You could just play any melee Warframe. I don't want to slam people. I want people to slam me. You know this. Oh god. I'm tired today. I don't know why. We really struggled with planks earlier. And now on the walk, we're only at like 6.3 miles. And I'm like, I'm so tired. I'm ready to be done. What is that emote? Like a sleepy fox. Only 6'3", that's a lot. Sleepy, yeah. It's a lot, but it wasn't even with incline. It was a flat 6.3. The nerf of Saren is unbelievable. I feel like the nerf of Saren was very justified with how strong she was. It's the VR chat cat? Mm-hmm. Woohoo, 6.3 miles. Saren needs to be nerfed like 70% more, lol. Saren is so strong. And like, I don't necessarily want her to be nerfed. I want everybody to be brought up to her level. I want a lot of like auto damage going off. And Saren, she just puts spores on everything in the fucking map and like, you're killing things line of sight that you don't even see. And I want everybody to get to that point. Now they could have nerfed her 4 and leave 1 alone. No, I think her 1 is the problem. I just want a pet build. I just want my mind control Nyx to work. Give me that and I'm happy. We're gonna go through the cult. We're gonna go through the cult of the damned. And then we go to the river to see Freya. And then we're done. 6.5, I think. I like Volt because I'm a big fan of Infamous. Nah, I hope they nerf Nyx more. You're just mean today, Riddle. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? Nyx is like the least played Warframe. Absolute trash. Nothing good about her. Even her armor shred is bad. There's like no reason to play her whatsoever. God, I love playing Wisp. Yeah, I bet you fucking do. You're so fucking basic. What you mean? It's like the 3rd time you've done that, Riddle. Where I'm like, I want this. I'm like, I hope you never get this and you're never happy. It's like, what the fuck? Wisp Prime Ass is nerf. How am I basic? Because you play Wisp. She's one of the, like, top 5 frames. I want you to be a goth emo hipster, Farisu. I want you to say to me, yeah, so I listened to this new band. You've probably never heard of them before, but they're so good. That's not true at all. You don't think Wisp is one of the top 5? I play Wispy Invisible Melee Uwu Girl with a fat ass. Farisu should be playing Harrow. Farisu should not be playing Harrow. They're so underground they haven't heard of themselves. Like, oh my god. That's funny. No, I get it. I get it. Wisp is a good frame. And if you like playing Invisible Melee, she's fucking great for that. You just float in the air. I just had a person tell me I'm a po boy for using the cheaper, better long boy. A po boy? People who need good frames are just bad players? I don't know about that one. Risu body make me want to look at the sky and say, yeah. What's stopping you, Riddle? You can just do that. Huh? I have also seen Farisu body. Those tits. No, I've never seen her tits. Farisu has never shown me those. That would be inappropriate to say that I have seen those if she had, but she didn't. She need to with me with that Hero 1 first. I have no idea what you just said. Tits mentioned. Yeah. We're right there. She needs to hit me with that heroin. I see. Tits mentioned, Octal summoned. Is that all it takes? Octal, I've got a Virgin Destroyer version of this avatar. It kinda has tits. Will you cuddle with me more? You have my full undivided attention. Use it wisely. Huh? You and I play Wiz for the nice, relaxing gameplay loop in Speed Bus. I don't have to try for level cap. Wait. Is it a comfy Virgin Destroyer? I think it's comfy. It's very soft looking. You know that type of sweater that's like really thick and bulky and soft? It's that texture. I know, tits. You get it so people can throw stuff at you. You get it so people can throw stuff at you. Octomage won't skip that fatty milk dispenser. Yeah, I like those. Yeah. I have a version of that on this avatar. It's for when I'm cuddling with naked people. And then the parts of it can come off. I actually weight painted it and blended it to this model myself. I had help from Wheeze. It's the ugly sweater fabric? No, I disagree, Riddle. Why are you so mean today? I'm offended I haven't seen this yet. I think this is the shortest video. Oh no, it's 19 minutes. That's not the shortest at all. Because it is? You're wrong. What? Oh, we left the camera way over there. Anchor default behavior auto pitch flying. This is where I was standing. Give you guys music again. I'm offended I haven't seen this yet. Here we call it bridge. I feel like I know which mesh this is. Was it a free Virgin Destroyer? It was. I need to figure out how to add my new hair asset to my model. Placement wise, I got it right. I don't know how to fuse it to the head. It's the fabric that grandmas used to two big nails to make? Maybe? I don't know. If you think that's ugly, Riddle, you're fucking wrong, because it's soft and comfy. And like, how do you hate the fabric you associate with your grandma making for you? That's messed up. I always use VRC Fury Amateur Link component. I didn't have the option to. I really want to learn to blend and weight paint things myself. And so, I was learning that process with a friend watching over me. I'm gonna click this person. And then, what was the mileage? 6.6. .6 miles. And now we rest. Oh, ugly sweater? No, it's literally not called that. You're thinking of like an ugly Christmas sweater. That's a very hot outfit, Elon. It is. You already have it placed perfectly. And all you gotta do is link it in Unity. It fits your skull. I'm doing Pirate Giantess for night. Hell yeah. No, the model didn't fit Koranaku, and so I needed to blend and weight paint it. I couldn't use VRC Fury for that. You guys wait here. I'm gonna change clothes. Oh, for sure I'm answering Northwinds? Gotcha. Weight painting sucks. I don't mind it that much. There's a few parts of weight painting that I hate. Doing armpits, doing the groin, that shit sucks. Doing, like, straps that go over a large portion of the body, that shit sucks. But I actually don't think it's, like, the worst thing in the world. Now, I had a good teacher. I wasn't, like, learning from YouTube videos. Did I say hi, Monkey Monk? Hi, Monkey Monk. Alright, we are here. Why am I getting bitten? I'll wear the Virgin Killer sweater someday. Oh yeah. Made from the same thing, Chad, I'm dying. Oh, for sure I'm answering. Weight painting sucks. Yeah, bite a monkey. Hi, monkey. I got a bathing suit that was made for my base. But when I bent over, my stomach dipped right through. Clipped right through. So I was fixing that last night during the stream. Or last morning. Yeah. Euland of the Lake, what is your wisdom? What is my wisdom? I don't know. The amount of sleep you get isn't important. It's the consistency of time that you fall asleep. So go to bed at the same time every day. That's how you get good sleep. It's insane how bad some paid items are on Booth. Yeah, well, so they don't get paid more for doing a good job on the back end. They get paid for looking pretty and looking pretty and appealing. That's the reality of it. Where are we going? We haven't been to this map in literal months. Portal. Pyro being mean to everybody, say they are mean. Skip 1 of 26. What is the skip for? Also, Riddle. Cairo hasn't been mean at all. You've been the mean one today. You into the spa. Why you know ah. I also think the people who make items for every single base cut corners. Yeah. Because those I always have to put extra work into. Yeah. For sure. Cairo, see what I say. Where's the spot to lay down in this map? Is there a couch over this way? This is one of those maps where it's like, it's super comfy. I like this map. But I don't think it's actually that good to, like, lay down it. Okay. I've updated trailer. Trailer, title. Changed who we're lurking in. Changed clothes, changed trackers. Time to just chill. Oh, wait, I need to do this. Ah. Fine. Alright, bring this over. Bring this over. Bring this over.
Oh, no wonder. Oh.
No wonder what.
My mic was the wrong one.
Yeah. Woohoo, 6.6 miles. You did
time
great today, Yoon. Thank you. See what I say? I was saying it like I was you. I don't see that at all, Riddle. Huh? What the fuck? You just nom 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 my shirt?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Octal Mage. The reason you haven't seen the Virgin Destroyer avatar is because that is the loot avatar that I have, and even when it's fully clothed, it has like, you know, things poking out a little bit. And so when I cuddle with people after stream, we'll typically be in our, you know, just comfy outfit. But if I know everybody there is good with nudity, with you know, being naked, clothes will come off, and I'll switch to that avatar and be more comfortable. But if there's somebody there that I'm like, I don't know if this person is, I haven't asked, or I know they're not, then you know, we stay more clothed. You'll know the lake. What is your wisdom? You'll being mean and say are they mean one. I wasn't mean at all though. That makes sense. I had a really nice curved blade, but it wasn't called a sword. I can't find it in Unity. No. Was it called blade? Was it called katana? Was it called sword with an A? I don't know where to put my arm.
Or Thingy 3.
Oh,
I
sword.
ended up naming all my objects things.
You just name every single object thing. You've just got thing 1 through 76.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah. And it's like CAD part too, so it's... What the fuck's a big 3?
There is a door.
Like, fuck.
Icy Fire Mage. There's a door that you click to
he
go
might
through
be
the
too
movie.
short.
Well, he'll have to grow big to get in here. It says like cinema, I think, or movies. I think it was a Chinese name.
Absolute.
Sword is a sword. Yeah. I didn't have too many news stories today. Neander's banned. Scientists are talking about a biorepository on the moon. Ashes of Creation video and website update. Overseas videos at the Nintendo Museum. The last dog at the daycare, and then my dad setting off the alarm at 6 a.m. Young Cuddles, I don't think I could comprehend. After every single walk, North Prince. Wait, bio what on the moon? A biorepository on the moon. So this would be a facility where they store the genetic material for plants and different species of animals. Because the moon would be the safest place, I guess? Hi, Frost Hero. I don't know. These scientists were talking about it on the moon. There's no way they actually want to make this, and it's... Because, like, it's just so expensive to do that. One, to, like, build a facility on the fucking moon. There's no way. Two, just traveling back and forth between them, that's like millions of dollars. You know how much it would cost to get some seeds from the Amazon to the fucking repository in Norway? Parcel monkey that shit for $25. That's it. But it's like, oh, this needs to go to the moon. Okay, $65 million. That's insanity. Now, if they're going to the moon, they're not going to do one trip at a time, right? They're not going to be like, hey, we've got this genetic code, send it up. All right, a week later, send up this one. They're going to do like 100 million different things each trip. That's still so expensive.
Also, doesn't the moon like take up most of the asteroids that supposed to hit Earth?
A lot of them, yes.
What comes near Earth?
It's not exactly like the safest place compared to the world. Found it? It was Seryuto? Hell yeah, good job. Everything is expensive. If we want to conquer the start, we need to not look at the price tag. Conquer the stars? Also, Yuli Love, Alu Chat, Save Underground. Found it. It was Seryuto. I'm tired. It's Friday. We've got VR Chat with Core. I'm gonna commission Maple.
One mention.
And I'm going to record more Star Wars. That's what I'm gonna do today. If I do those things, I can consider myself successful today and not feel down about not being productive. I was kind of downer on myself yesterday because I just procrastinated for 4 hours. Procrastinated for 4 hours on the phone unlock. I don't know about you guys, but that's the thing I do where, like, I will give myself tasks, I will procrastinate them, and then I will be really down on hard on myself for not doing them or procrastinating them. So it's very like, oh, you're such a failure mentality.
Down and hard on you.
Okay, buddy. It is very much a like, I just make my mood so bad and worse anytime I give myself a task that I don't accomplish. I wish I was tired enough to sleep. Tried to sleep this whole time I was in VR. Didn't want to come on stream in case I snored. So if you snore on stream, that's fine. It's not like gonna be the end of the world. If you snore, I will just set you down to 5% or mute you, and then unmute you when I see you wake up. This one right here, this fucking alpaca thing,
I never snored in my life.
literally snores all the time on stream. If you are just self-conscious and don't want to be heard snoring, you can mute before you fall asleep. But don't ever feel like, oh, the risk of you snoring on my stream, that's a gross sound I don't want people to hear. No. Snorers welcome. See you tomorrow trying to record the Star Wars video. Who call you a failure? Me. I called myself a failure. Picking on the poor alpaca. Oh, fair, I'll keep that in mind next time. Thank you. Yeah. If you snore, no biggie. I snore, well, I don't think I snore much anymore. I used to snore on Core streams all the time. We'd be in VR, I'd fall asleep, and I'd fucking snore. I think I stopped snoring when I lost weight. So I snore a lot. No, I snore a lot less now. Whoa, what is happening? Katarina doing the thing? It sure is.
Oh. Rip.
Katarina, thinks I want to select between, like, different windows, and I don't. I hate when it gets like this, because I don't know how to cancel it. It's like, if I pull down on my, thumbstick, it scrolls between the different windows. Does it go up? No, it just goes down. I hate this. Where was I going? What was I gonna do? Right. Discord. We're going to look at the holidays, because we didn't look at them on the walk. I'll beat the one that make you think you are a failure out. I've been told I just breathe a little bit heavier, but I never snort. We have Frankenstein Friday, Global Champagne Day, International Artist Day, National Bandana Day, National Breadstick Day. That's the winner. I can tell you right now. National Breadstick Day. I fucking love breadsticks. That one wins. National Cartoonist
Saves
Against
the
Crime
breadwinner.
Day. National Greasy Foods Day. National I Care About You Day. National Merry Music Day. National Pharmacy Buyer Day. Pharmacy Buyer Day? That is the most niche and like specific
should-
holiday I've ever heard of. That's so dumb. Punk for a Day, Simchat Torah, Saurus Day, World Lemur Day, World Pasta Day. Oh, there's Pasta Day. World Pizza Makers
Dude,
Day.
it's just fucking Olive Garden.
I know. Pasta Day and Breadsticks Day. It's a tie between top day between those two. Those are both really good. Greasy
I wanna
Food,
go
that
to
a
Olive
winner?
Garden.
Greasy Food is good. I don't think that one's as good as breadsticks or pasta. I think breathing heavier is quite normal if you sleep in weird positions. Guess I'm gonna have to have champagne tonight. Is Pharmacy Buyer like buying an entire pharmacy? I think so. Pasta Day, not Pasta Macabre, Ewan. Ewan Merry Day. What was the Merry Day? It was like Merry something. Merry Music Day. Blah.
Oh. Like Christmas?
No, just Merry Music Day. Nothing to do with Christmas.
Oh.
In fact, it's literally in October. Yeah, I don't know. Some lame holidays, some just filler holidays. But Pasta Day, Greasy Food Day, and Breadstick Day. Those are nice. But Italian, see how Ewan eats
It's
pasta.
just Olive Garden.
He'll become a mafia boss. I don't think there's anything wrong with my methodology for eating pasta. Maybe with my cooking process with it. Not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever had a breadstick. Really? Seems to be a very American thing? That's crazy to me. Almost every pizza place and some restaurants will have breadsticks here where it's like, it's just imagine really, really soft bread. It can sometimes be kind of fucking greasy, but like, it's just, you bite into it and it pulls apart and it's just fucking soft. Ewan, why aren't we PvPing together for sick rewards? Because I don't PvP. You know this. Ugh, I'm very tired. Where do we go today? There's a lot of people live. What is this person doing? They've been live for 7 hours? What is this person doing? Oh. Thank you, Cairo. Oh, wait, no. Thank you, North Prince. I really appreciate that. That puts us at 2 incline. You guys spoil me, giving me incline after the walk. Euland is a pinata in PvP. Thanks for the gift sub. I didn't realize my subby expired. Euland could definitely take 5 guys at once in PvP. He is a Brewmaster monk. What do Brewmaster monks do in PvP? Do they like... Are they just tanky in their like interrupt bots, or like... Do they do anything? Poorly? Reroll Mistweaver or Windwalker? Yeah, unfortunate. Ugh. Okay. I think I know where we're going. How long has this goofball been live? 4 hours? And they're playing Minecraft. They brew milk. What Farisu said? We ending already? You're pushing my buttons, Riddle. Yes, we're ending. I'm really tired. There have been a lot of times in the past where Double Brewmaster was a viable glad setup, but it's rare. You know what I think of Brewmaster? With Yulong, do I get a cheesecake during my layover in Philly tomorrow? Cheesesteak? Yeah, sure, why not? Sorry, go to sleep, sweaty. I love you, Riddle. When I think of Brewmaster and PvP, I actually think of Chen Storm Stout in Heroes of the Storm. And I think of the dish or the not the dishwasher. It was the washing machine combo. The washer dryer spin, where you would group the team up with somebody, and then you would leap on them with Sonya, and you had the second leap talent, so that it put the ring around them and would lock them in. And then Chen would dash in and ult, and he would be the barrel that knocks them back every time they hit them. But they're locked in because of the Sonya ult. And so it's just, you just spin in a circle as Chen. And the enemy team is just bonk, 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 and it just fucks them. Congrats on your 461st Squawkman. Thank you. Want PvP with a Brewmaster on your team, Gasm? Not only Brewmaster, double Brewmaster. Thanks for streaming, I'll stick around for raid, though. We are gonna go to karaoke. And then I am gonna hit a fucking fat nap. The past 30 minutes or so, my eyelids have been, like, really heavy.
Yeah, fat nut.
No, just a nap.
Wait, what?
I like this world, guys. Behavior. Look at me. Auto level pitch. Oh, the camera's out there, but you can't hear the rain anymore. Okay. Sleep well? I will. Thank you. I wish you were here with me. Walk on our way ever. Go eat. Thanks for streaming. Don't mean to press your buttons. I know, Riddle. And it's not every day. Sometimes people are just in a mood. I'm probably in a sensitive mood and you're in a teasing mood and it's a bad combo. I know it's not every day. I know it's not even a consistent thing. I'm not mad at all. I'm just like, man, this fucking guy today. Here are the socials. /raid. Karaoke. Wow, he has VR chat in his name? That's so embarrassing. Might have to come in there and get a little nap in myself too. Hell yeah. God bless you all. We are going to karaoke. He's playing Minecraft. Oh. He's no longer playing Minecraft. Well, you know what? If he's raiding somebody soon, we'll stack the raid. Thank you everybody for keeping me company. 6.6 miles. I will ping in the Discord. I will do an at everyone when when Core goes live and we're hanging out with her. That being said, I love you. Bye.